I want the whole damn world to hear this. And that is that foundational black Americans, we didn't just build America, we created America. We're made in America.
That's right.
We're born in America and raised in America. We're from America, so we love America, and they not like us, because we run America. Certified salute. There they go. There they go. We back. We back. Oh, let's go. Let's go, family. Yeah. Hey, just because we here right now, let me go ahead and get this roll call on out the way. All right, let's get this roll call. Where y'all watch that crazy ass debate, that dumpster fire debate? Where y'all watch that from, family? I just need to know. Let me know where you watched it from. How you doing? What's going on? What's for goddamn dinner? Because we about to go ahead and cook certified style, y'all. We here, FBA, all goddamn day. Yeah, the FBA rebuttal. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get that FBA rebuttal. Love that. FBA wins all the time by a knockout. Yes, indeed. Yes, in goddamn D. We in the building. Let's go. Damn, we already got 300 people in here. Woo, almost 400. That's how we do things. Fam, what was that? Somebody got to talk to me right now. We're going to break it down. We're going to give the FBA rebuttal. I like that. We're taking that all the way. Georgia, Savannah, oh, you get a certified salute. Yeah, Chicago, y'all getting it in Chicago. Atlanta, Seattle, NYC, Las Vegas, Memphis, Tennessee, New Jersey, Florida, H-Town, Couch 2024. I see you. How many of y'all right now, after just watching that right now, how many of y'all are certified on the couch this election? How many of y'all going to vote for Trump? And who's voting for Kamala? Let's see. We're going to go ahead in this episode, family. We're going to break it all down. We're loading some clips, had to fall back so we can get it right. We're going to do it correctly. We're going to talk about that whole debate. We're going to break it all the way down. I see you, Gene. Certified salute. That's my brother right there. California, New Jersey. I see y'all. Let's go. Another Las Vegas, Pennsylvania. We here. Almost 500 people already in the chat. This is right here, Brooklyn. I see you, Sage. Certified all the time. Indianapolis. Where are we going with this, family? Because what we have to do, we got to let the whole goddamn world know that everything that they spoke about in that debate right there, I heard Ukraine more than I heard Black Americans. I'm just saying. I heard Venezuela more than I heard Black Americans. I'm just saying. I see Kamala Harris, who couldn't really talk, and she was deflecting and she was talking in circles. Trump was on his typical Donald Trump game. Trump was still talking about what he was talking about. One thing you could say about Donald Trump is that he's going to be Donald Trump. He was out there and he was calling her out on immigration. He kept bringing it back to immigration. That's what he should do. That's a good chess move. When I saw Kamala Harris, I seen somebody that dodged the whole Afghan question. She dodged the whole immigration thing. If it was me on that stage or any one of y'all, trust and believe, she would have got smoked when it came to immigration. He got her good on immigration, but he didn't get her like we would have got her on immigration. No, never. So, yeah, she had nothing. Memphis, Tennessee, I see y'all. Yes, indeed. Michigan in the building, too. Already. Yeah, we going. Man, family, one thing I got to talk about, though. This is the biggest thing we got to discuss. Did y'all sit there and when he said that they're eating cats and she goes, oh, my God, that's extreme. Did we not just see it, though? I'm just saying. Did we not have the footage? Have we not seen people saying it? This is what we talk about with the Democrats, y'all. They'll say anything. And it's just a matter of whatever the hell they feel. Facts don't matter. They can sit there and tell us that we don't see folks eating cats when we sit there and we see folks eating cats. We literally seen it. And these are migrants. I'm going to pull up some receipts. They literally now have the mugshot of the lady, the Haitian lady. They literally have it confirmed by W police officers what she was doing. So they was flip-flopping all over the place. But I want to know what you guys really thought about the, exchanges that they had. The exchanges, how it came. I'm going to actually bring some of y'all up on here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cook for a little bit. Yeah. Did y'all just not in the last episode we just did, and about 2 hours ago, did we not just show footage of cats being eaten? Literally. And then she literally sat there and was like, what you mean cats? What we just saw. What you mean? You feel me? So this is what they be trying to do. Yeah, he mentioned it. Yeah, and ducks. Yep. You got people literally walking down the street with goose. You got folks got the goddamn cat on the grill and spinning the goddamn cat. So let's not play them games now. But just think about it. They say you didn't see that. They tell us that we already have a hate crime bill. They tell us we already got reparations. That's what the Democrats do, y'all. That is what the Democrats do. They tell you that you already have things. They tell you don't fight for them. And what we're going to do right now in this episode, y'all, is that we're going to break all of that down and we're going to go forward with it. So I'm going to pull up some clips, fam. The reason why we didn't go live, we didn't do a reaction show. First off, they be trying to catch you on some copyright stuff when you do reaction shows. So we're not playing them like, no, hell no. And same time, we need to watch it. That's one thing. All the folks out there and they doing these reaction shows and stuff like that. What are you going to keep pausing it? No, we're going to watch it. We're going to analyze. We're going to observe. And then we're going to unpack. That's what we got all the time. Ain't no need to rush the clock, family. We got time to get this FDA goddamn roast on. You done put some ducks in the goddamn chat. Boy, you wrong for that one, brother. Funny as hell, though. Funny as hell. Yeah, they're going to try to tell us that wasn't happening. They're going to try to tell us that ain't what was going on. You out your damn mind. We seen it. We seen it. But this is what we were just saying, family. We all just convened here, and we were all just talking about they, pretend that they don't see things when it comes to immigration. They see that. I believe, in this whole debate, the immigration subject, it didn't really go good. I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep it a buck. Y'all knew what they was trying to do, y'all. Y'all know what they was trying to do. They was trying to hit us all with the whole, Kamala Harris came out. She was being presidential. Kamala Harris came down. I don't really think that she really got off like that. I don't really think she got off. I think that they were really trying to hit us with the Kamala Harris came through. They wanted a moment. They wanted a moment where it's like, damn, Kamala served him. And you see folks trying to create that. Soon as I got on social media, I started seeing some boule-ass people talking about, go get him, Kamala. She wasn't really getting off like that. Nah. And you're right. The moderators, they weren't really pressing her twice. They was coming after her because let's be real. They want her in office because she's a direct opposition of Black Americans. You dig? This is why they want her and they prefer her in office. But we're going to actually talk about that. We're going to show some clips too. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling them all up right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have everybody come on up and we can chop it up. We're going to do the FBA rebuttal. We're going to talk about the way, this whole election went down. She didn't really get her little sister girl moment. They wanted a sister girl moment so goddamn bad. Family, they wanted a sister girl moment and she could not get one. She was full Indian. She was an Indian tonight. They thought she was going to come up in there and be a Black woman. No, She was full Indian tonight. And it really wasn't a great debate for her. It really wasn't. For Trump, it was just Trump, in my opinion. For Trump, it was just Trump. But for her, it didn't really seem like it was that great. Let me pull up some clips, though. Here we go. First off, let's talk about what we've seen when it comes to folks out there having fun with animals. Like we didn't just show that. Like we didn't just expose the fact that that's happening. But that's all good. This is what the Donald Trump response was to all of that. This is how it went down, and we're going to continue. I'm glad y'all all with me, man. We here all goddamn night. We're going to break this down to the morsel. That's the FBA way. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Proceed. Check it out.
To our country and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reach to our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating.
Look at her. Look, she full cackling right there, y'all. She full cackling. Look at her trying to cackle her way out of that one. Family, did we not just sit there and see folks is out there eating the pets? How are they going to try to tell us we did not see what the footage is showing all across the internet? If I'm Donald Trump, I'm putting that in a campaign ad off rip. She was desperate as hell. This is what I'm saying. You can't expect them to sit there and say that, family, when at the same time they tell us that we didn't just see what we saw in the first goddamn place. They tell us, no, you ain't really see that right there. That didn't really happen. And it is happening right in front of you. It's happening right in front of you. Absolutely. She thinks it's a game. She thinks it's a joke. She thinks, oh, I'm going to go ahead and score points. What they really want to do, they want to take what we all see with immigration and they want to dump it on Donald Trump to make it look like we all extremists. That's why out in, I think, Chicago, they've been posting all those flyers saying blacks are against immigrants, and they're trying to say that Donald Trump's against them, and that's why they're always trying to say we sound like Trump supporters. Anything to take your eyes off of the illegal immigration that Mrs. Borders started.
not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's a shame. As far
Family. Okay, let's go. We here. Let's go all the way. Let's go. Check it out. Here we go. We're going to go right through it, family. We're going to walk it down. We're going to walk it down. They don't want to say that. So that right there is Madam Vice President Kamala Irmoff, okay? Kamala Punjabi. That's her saying that that's not happening in Springfield, Ohio. Family?
What did you do?
That is Springfield, Ohio. Tell me that was a lie.
Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile, what did you go like this? Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up.
Okay, so are we making this up? Are we making this up, family? When he sat there and said that that's what he saw, that looks like exactly what we say. Ohio Bodycam, see if they'll come pick this cat up. Who in the hell put the cat down? If the cat needs to be picked up, that means that the cat fell down, and then in the middle of all the falling down, you see this right here. So either we all just making this up, it's all one big joke, or Kamala Harris is doing what they always do, and they're pretending that they didn't just see what we all saw. And they're telling us that everything that we're seeing is just make-believe. This is the Democratic policy. Make it look like it didn't happen and continue with all that goddamn capping. That is what they're trying to do. One more goddamn time.
Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
Donald Duck was getting messed up. Garfield was getting messed up. Every goddamn body has been getting messed up. But according to them, that didn't happen. Okay, look at that, boy. They got save our pets from Haitian immigrants. God damn. A lot of people really on social media. Oh, by the goddamn way, there they go. Is that not happening either, family? Is that not happening either? A lot of folks on social media, they've been kind of going against that. They've been like, hold up, wait a minute. We have footage of this. That didn't really do too good for Kamala. That didn't make Kamala look good. This whole I'm just going to deny things because I don't really want to address it. That didn't really do too well, family. That didn't do too well at all because everybody's like, yo, we seen it. We seen it right there live in the living color. So what are you talking about? It makes no goddamn sense. That shows you the man walking with a goddamn goose. Okay? He's not going to hang out with it. He ain't going to hang out with it, family. No, he's going with that goose for a goddamn reason. And we know what that goddamn reason is. All right? So this shows you the type of time that these people are on, and it goes to show you that they will continue this type of behavior. That right there is just one. That's just one part. Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you, look, some real zombie type stuff. Yeah, some real zombie type stuff. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of people that I'm seeing, they're kind of coming at it from the same angle that we're coming at it from. They're coming at it from the angle of, yeah, but we just seen it go down. It's one thing to tell us something that didn't happen. It's another thing to tell us something that we're all watching in real goddamn time. They tend to forget that this is the modern era, all right? They tend to forget that we have social media. They tend to forget that we know what's happening when it goes goddamn down, so they can't forget. That's kind of where they're falling real flat with it. And this is why the Democrats aren't really, going where they need. They are going to try. We said this last week. They're going to try to tell us that Kamala did some type of landslide. They didn't really get off like that, family. They didn't really get off like that at all. No. Here's another part that came up. This is just, we're going to go through some rundowns. This is when they're exchanging, and Donald Trump was talking about her policy or her lack thereof. It was a real interesting debate because when you watch Kamala, she kept making that face right there. And you could tell it was like premeditated. They was like, yo, make a real smart looking face, a real smart aleck face, so you can, get some good memes off it. And you already seen people trying to make the memes, but Trump was coming back and he was sending those shots right on back. Watch this.
We got masks. We did things that nobody thought possible. And people give me credit for rebuilding the military. They give me credit for a lot of things, but not enough credit for the great job we did with the pandemic. But the only jobs they got were bounce back jobs. These were jobs bounce back, and it bounced back and it went to their benefit. But I was the one that created them. They know it, and so does everybody else.
Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond.
So Donald Trump has no plan for you. And when you look at his economic plan, it's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy. And the best economists in our country, if not the world, have reviewed our relative plans for the future of America. What Goldman Sachs has said is that Donald Trump's plan would make the economy worse. Mine would strengthen the economy. What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually explode the deficit. 16 Nobel laureates have described his economic plan as something that would increase inflation and by the middle of next year would invite a recession. You just have to look at where we are and where we stand on the issues. And I'd invite you to know that Donald Trump actually has no plan for you because he is more interested in defending himself than he is in looking out for you.
It's just a soundbite. They gave her that to say. Look, I went to the Wharton School of Finance, and many of those professors, the top professors, think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country. And just to finish off, she doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. 4 sentences that are just, we'll try and lower taxes.
That man said, run, spot, run. Hold up. One more time.
My plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country. And just to finish off, she doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. 4 sentences that are just, we'll try and lower taxes. She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her.
Does she have a plan? That's the question. Does she really have a plan? She doesn't really have a plan like that. She doesn't really have a plan. I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing. Look at that face. That kind of looked like that face Joe Biden was making. Remember when Joe Biden kept making that face? He was like, what? I'm telling y'all, they really, genuinely, sincerely, they did not get that moment. They wanted Trump to come out and start making insults, and they didn't really get that. This debate didn't really go good for the Democratic Party. It didn't really go good. They really wanted Donald Trump to say something that they could point to and be like, look, he's racist. He's racist. He didn't really do that. When they started talking about actual race or whatever, he said, hey, you switched from being Indian to black, but hey, that's you. They wanted him to continue to keep going with that. He didn't really give them that. You're not really going to see them being able to spin this. I know the boule is going to be out there. I know the boule is going to be talking. You're right. She don't have a plan at all. She don't have a plan at all. No plan. She literally just released her plan yesterday. So she waited until one day before the debate so she can release her plan. And her plan is just about Project 2025. You know what I'm saying? And even on Project 2025, if you notice, Donald Trump is like, man, listen, I heard the guys. I heard a little bit about it. Some good, some bad. And he got off it real quick. He played it the best. That was probably the debate of Donald Trump that I seen that he didn't go off the rails and just start throwing out insults. He didn't do it. But a lot of people right now, they're going in on ABC News because they feel that those moderators were real biased. They were. And I feel that I don't get all into that liberal, conservative, that back and forth conspiracy stuff they do. But I do feel that was real funny style. That was real funny style. Oh, yeah. Ricky Smiley said it. Yeah. I said it last week. Ricky Smiley said it. She won the debate. Oh, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. You already knew. According to the Democrats, she won this debate 3 years ago. All right. She won this debate in 2021 when she wasn't even the goddamn thought of for being the president. The Democrats have been going off of headlines. Kamala raised this much money. When would black women? When would Asian women? When would Latinos? They have not been coming with policies. And eventually you're going to fold. Black folks who've been voting blindly ain't really doing that no more. So they're really in a real tough position. Look at this, though, family. I just want to get a real touch up on what's going on across the United States of America. A lot of people are upset about what's been going on in terms of those moderators. The one moderator, if you notice, when Kamala Harris said about that bill, Kamala Harris, they go, what is Kamala Harris' excuse? They said Biden was trying to make the border deal. Donald Trump killed the border deal. Remember that, right? They said Donald Trump killed the border bill. Do you notice the moderator told Donald Trump, he said, Trump, why'd you kill it? He didn't say, that's not true. He didn't say, that's what she said. He spoke about it like it was actually the facts. From what we know, first off, how can Donald Trump kill a border bill when Trump's not even the president? Somebody tell me how he did that. So this man stopped the border bill. By the way, that was a bad border bill. That border bill was going to incentivize 11 million illegals, all right? So it was a bunch of trick language. But notice that the moderator says, so Trump, why'd you kill the bill? He didn't say that's conjecture. He didn't say that's what she said. He just assumed that it was the truth. We know that was cap. Watch this right here, family. A lot of folks is upset. They got Kens and Karens real mad. And I told you, when Karen and Ken are mad, sit back, get your popcorn, and watch.
Folks, I'm having a real hard time watching this. This is literally 3-on-1. The moderators are so biased. They're wrong on many of the issues they try to fact check President Trump on. You got Kamala Harris coming off as literally a witch with a bee. I'm sorry to say it, but this may be the most unlikable woman in the history of American politics. So where has this debate gone? Has it moved the needle at all? I'm going to tell you right now, neither one of these candidates has reached independents or moderates, okay? All this has done has moved the left-wing base further away from the right-wing base, made me angrier than I have ever been before. And I'm sure if you're dumb enough not to know who you're voting for right now, you don't have any idea after this who you're voting for. But how could you be so dumb? Kamala Harris only has lies and platitudes.
Wait. I want y'all to notice how he's saying both sides were kind of bad, but he keeps going back to Kamala. All right. Notice where his energy and his smoke is really there for. He's really upset at Kamala Harris. He's trying to throw Donald Trump in there ever so a little bit, bring up him and just a little tad, but he keeps saying, but Kamala's just lying and she's no good. He says she's the most unlikable person.
Me angrier than I have ever been before. And I'm sure if you're dumb enough not to know who you're voting for right now, you don't have any idea after this who you're voting for. But how could you be so dumb? Kamala Harris only has lies and platitudes and no policies. And President Trump is obviously frustrated.
Okay, so they got Ken out here. Ken is real upset. Okay, Ken, I got you. But family, they're out here real mad. This is it right here. They're talking about facts.
Is up and through the roof.
Watch this right here. Fair use, by the way. Fair use. Everybody in the room right now, make sure that you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network.
Despite their fraudulent statement.
Here we go. Fair use. Let me pull that up. Checkmate. Okay, we already had that there. Right speed. Boom. Here we go. Checkmate. Watch it, family. This is what's happening in real time.
Crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But
excuse me, the FBI they were defrauding statements. They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime. It was a fraud, just like their number of 818,000 jobs that they said they created turned out to be a fraud.
President Trump, thank you. I'll let you respond.
Look at that right there. And she came back to respond. She couldn't really get him at all on any form of immigration. Her immigration responses were terrible. Look at these memes people are putting out right now, y'all. Look at this right here. Check this meme out. 3-on-1, ABC News debate. Moderator slam for Kamala Harris bias. This is just a matter of minutes after the debate, y'all. Soon as the debate ended, they are already out here calling her out and calling out ABC. This is really going to harm her because nobody's going to be able to hit us with the, man, that was sister girl. Don't you ever go against no blacks woman. No, that blacks woman held it down. That was a wonderful black woman. He's a racist. He's scared. They can't hit you with that narrative. And remember, fam, anytime they try to hit that narrative on us, that narrative is just so they can use the energy that the black grassroots has created. That's all that is, fam. We are on top of it. They cannot run with that. We will not allow them to. Never. This is one thing. So now, they can't really get off like that. They can't. Damn, we got 1.5 thousand people in here already. Certified salute to everybody. If you are in here right now, you already know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. Not later, not 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Right now, subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. The best political coverage that you are going to find is right here with all of us, the whole Certified 100. I see everybody in the chat. Subscribe right now if you know what's real. This is what we were saying, though, family. they can't really run with things that they really want to run with. Donald Trump and that debate, the way it played out, and that's really what I was skeptical about. I was very skeptical about the way that it was going to play. I thought that he was going to say something and they were going to be able to hit him with the racist thing. And then the next day, it was going to be how great she was. And she ran with the whole black woman thing. She didn't really get the opportunity to come across as Wakanda Kamala. She couldn't really do Wakanda Kamala, y'all. Notice that. Wakanda Kamala didn't really come out. They wanted this to be a watershed moment where it was this real certified black woman who's not even really a black woman versus the racist Donald Trump, and it didn't really work off. It didn't really go because he didn't give him the ammunition. And she cannot really carry a real debate or conversation. She kept going back to what she's used to saying. She kept going back to her same rhetoric. It was all of that. I'm surprised she didn't say that whole unburdened by what has been. I'm surprised she didn't go there. This is what she kept doing. I got some more. We're going to break it down, family. Yeah, no Southern accent. Yeah, Matt, you on it right now. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Let me put that up. Absolutely right, family. Notice you didn't see the Southern accent. You didn't see you better thank a union member. You better thank a union member. You didn't see none of that. She wasn't talking like grandma from Alabama, grandma from Arkansas. Where was that at, Kamala? She kept that black woman wannabe energy over here on the corner. That mask of a black woman, that fake jacket and costume. I know it's almost fall and Halloween is here. She kept that goddamn costume in the closet. She didn't pull out that fake black woman. And that's really what they needed. They needed the black woman thing. Because remember, when Joe Biden got kicked out of this election, because it was a coup, he got kicked out. Trump brought that up as well. And she got quiet. All right. He said her boss, and he was calling Biden her boss, and he connected her to Biden. I would have really got her, but he did a decent job on that. Notice this, though, family. They could not use the Southern accent. They couldn't use the black accent, hot sauce. Where was the collard greens at? Oh, I forgot. She only talks about collard greens when she's around us. You ain't see nothing about no collard green Kamala. Collard green Kamala was at home. Hot sauce Kamala, Timberland, and Converse Kamala was at home. And that's what they needed. They needed to galvanize the black vote because when Joe Biden got kicked out, this election turned into black folks save the Democrats. That's what this became, y'all. It turned into the black folks election. When it was Joe Biden and Donald Trump, it was really just about two old W guys. All right. That's really what it was about. It was more about Palestine and all those things. When she ended up becoming the main person, what ended up happening? Soon as she became the elector, when really, mind you, and he brought that up, that she wasn't even elected, she was selected, and she didn't win no elections. He brought that up. We'll get to that. When this became about Kamala, it became about black people. Once it came about black people saving the election, then everything was black oriented and they were stealing our energy and they were funneling it to the Democrats. Remember Breonna Taylor, remember George Floyd. They took the grassroots energy and gave it to Joe Biden. They were trying to take the FBA certified black society energy and give it to Kamala. So this is why she's been blackety, blackety, black. When she got on stage today, she thought that she was going to be who she really was. The Indian Kamala don't win no elections. The Indian Kamala don't win no debates. The reason why you got to act like a black woman in the first place is because we're the only ones who get things moving. So she thought she was going to be Indian Kamala. She thought she was going to be the Kamala that goes home to Mr. W man every goddamn night. And that Kamala did not score no points. They can try to spin it. The boule can try to twist it. We knew they were going to do it. Where is Kamala right now that she wasn't at in the beginning of this debate? Did she move forward? Did Kamala take a step forward? Did she go any further? No, she did not. This was, I'm going to say it, y'all, as we go ahead and we unpack, fam. Yep, where the tub at? All the greens in the goddamn bathtub. Where that at? Yeah, it ain't nowhere to be found. As we go forward and the more we assess this stuff, that's why we want to watch it. We want to observe it. We didn't just want to jump on it. We want to observe and analyze. Is Kamala Harris any step further now? Or did she maybe even go back? And mind you, the election's in 2 months. You can't be stalemate. You got to go forward. She didn't go forward tonight. Not at all. She didn't get no watershed moment. She didn't galvanize no black votes. She's still collard green Kamala that people are still saying she ain't black. Apparently, people are saying she still ain't got no goddamn plan. She still couldn't get off. And now it's more goddamn clear. Let's show more right here, family. Check this out. They were talking about fact checking and everything else. This is even more footage. We got footage. We're going to roll in all the clips everything that everyone needs to see. This is going to be top tier right here, breaking it down, family. Check this out right here. Trump had a rebuttal to everything she said. She did not like it.
They call him a strong man. He's a tough person, smart. Prime Minister of Hungary. They said, why is the whole world blowing up? 3 years ago, it wasn't. Why is it blowing up? He said, because you need Trump back as president. They were afraid of him. China was afraid, and I don't like to use the word afraid, but I'm just quoting him. China was afraid of him. North Korea was afraid of him. Look at what's going on with North Korea, by the way. He said Russia was afraid of him. I ended the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and Biden put it back on day one, but he ended the XL pipeline. The XL pipeline in our country, he ended that. But he let the Russians build a pipeline going all over Europe and heading into Germany, the biggest pipeline in the world. Look, Viktor Orban said it. He said the most respected, most feared person is Donald Trump. We had no problems when Trump was president. But when this weak, pathetic man that you saw at a debate just a few months ago, that if he weren't in that debate, he'd be running instead of her. She got no votes. He got 14 million votes. What you did, you talk about a threat to democracy. He got 14 million votes and they threw him out of office. And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her.
Damn. Hold up. Wait a minute. Look at that right there, family. Certified salute to the chat, man. We got 1.7 thousand people in here. Y'all make sure y'all share this. Everybody in here, make sure you subscribe. We rock it. We rocking. We heavy. Look at that freeze frame right there, y'all. Tell me about that. By the way, he hates her. He ain't pulling no damn punches at all. Yeah, because now a lot of the stuff about Joe Biden and how that all kind of played out, a lot of that is coming because that has been something a lot of people been saying. A lot of people been saying that. That was a coup on Joe Biden. Now, was it a coup that I give a damn about? Hell no. Hell no. But was it a coup? You goddamn right it was. Yes, and she benefited from it. Yes, she did. And he called that out. And I like the way he's putting it together with her.
The most respected, most feared person is Donald Trump. We had no problems when Trump was president. But when this weak, pathetic man that you saw at a debate just a few months ago, that if he weren't in that debate, he'd be running instead of her. She got no votes. He got 14 million votes. What you did, you talk about a threat to democracy. He got 14 million votes and they threw him out of office. And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. But he got 14 million votes. They threw him out. She got 0 votes. And when she ran, she was the first one to leave because she failed. And now she's running. I don't understand it, but I'm okay with it because
your time is
I think
up.
we're going to do very well.
We've got a lot more to get.
Damn. What's destroying Kamala Harris's campaign right now is that no matter how people feel about what Donald Trump is saying, you can't say that it's a lie. That's the thing. The truth is that Joe Biden was thrown out. And we heard all the news pressing, all the clips. We are all right here. We were breaking it down right here on the Black Alpha Network every single day this summer. This summer, our election coverage was top tier because we were on top of it. And we heard about all the rumors. We heard everybody out there saying that when it boiled down to it, Kamala Harris was not the first choice. Nobody wanted Kamala Harris to be there. Everyone's seen it. Everyone saw it. And now we were the ones calling it out. Fact of the matter is she was hand selected. Fact of the matter is they did not want Kamala Harris. And fact of the matter is that now it's getting exposed. And when she sits there and she makes this comment about the world leaders don't like Donald Trump, I was sitting here saying, Trump, all you got to do is say that she has been endorsed by Vladimir Putin. Yes, that's a fact. Just this week, Vladimir Putin came out and he endorsed Kamala Harris. Now, people can say, man, Vladimir Putin didn't do that for real. You goddamn right he did. And does it really even matter? All right, this is showbiz. This is all showbiz. She sat there and told us that we didn't just see cats getting eaten by migrants, okay? And we seen it. We seen the goddamn footage. So if we sitting here talking about facts, that's a fact that people can go ahead and sit on. But the very fact of the matter is that, yes, this is real true story. So when she runs around here and she makes these claims, false claims that is, you can clearly see that she's not of the ability as a politician to really operate on the main stage. Because like we said, she was hand selected. She won no elections. How many times have you ever seen somebody not win an election? When was the last time you seen somebody never win an election, y'all? She never won an election. Somebody tell me what was the last election that Kamala Harris has won? She was selected, not elected, but yet she's on stage talking about a democracy. That is not a good look. That does not look strong. People were not going for that. So when she says these things and she speaks about it and he comes out and says, yo, you are the one who was endorsed clearly by Vladimir Putin. Notice she didn't say nothing. Did she deny it, y'all? Did she say that's not true? Did she say, no, that ain't real? No. She went right along with it because you know damn well it was. And then the moderators was like, next subject. The mods did not want to hear that at all. The mods did not want to hear it. So he brought up the fact that that was a coup. Yep. He brought up the fact that literally she has not won anything. And he also brought up the fact that where is Joe Biden? Where's Joe Biden at? Like, we need to really have this conversation, y'all. Where is Joe Biden? That's the thing. Mind you, right now, while this debate was going on, Joe Biden is literally the president of the United States of America. Kamala Harris is the vice president of the United States of America. Would you even know that by how little you see them? Proceed. Check this out. This was even further evidence of what we was talking about. This is her again talking about the Department of Justice.
Understand.
By the way, fair use, absolute use. This is about teaching, scholarship, and research.
And this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails.
Okay, family, look at that picture there. I'm telling you, picture is worth 1,000 words, y'all. Look at that picture right there. Look, you see, Trump's not going for none of that. Every single thing that she's saying right there, all of that stuff for Trump is coming to get you. Trump is a monster. We've heard that. In a lot of cases, fam, America is really tired of hearing all that stuff. We're tired of hearing them tell us that we don't live in an anti-black country, but some evil anti-black dictator is the president. We're tired of hearing that. We're tired of hearing people come around and tell us how bad the immigration situation is, but the damn borders is sitting right there in full absolute denial. We tired of hearing that. None of this is really flying no more. So you're not really getting off the way you think you are, Collie Green Camilla. Collie Green Camilla had a terrible, terrible debate. We got to just go there, family. That debate was disastrous. That was a disastrous debate. And it wasn't a disastrous debate, family, just because she didn't really say anything of any merit. It's a disastrous debate because 2 months out with a person who is hand-selected, you cannot come out here and still be regurgitating this line right here. I've been hearing this since 2016, y'all.
Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails.
It'd be just like Donald Trump when he was the president the last time. It would be just like when Donald Trump was the president in his first term. And we've now seen Donald Trump's first term, and we've seen Kamala Harris's term as the vice president. And we have the opportunity now where we can just look and compare. This is, again, didn't we say that the Democrats' their whole agenda is to tell you you didn't see what you just saw? Their whole agenda is just to tell black folks, tell Americans, nope, you didn't see no migrants eating folks. Look away. Nothing to see here. That is their agenda, right? Well, since that is their agenda, it's really starting to crash and burn now because people are out here saying, no, you need to go ahead and show us. We need to go ahead and see that. We need to see exactly what you keep claiming because you keep claiming things that we're not going for. And all they're doing is they're going back again, y'all, to the same old boogeyman. That was the boogeyman tactic again. That's all that was. And let me ask y'all this question, family. Let me ask this to everybody in here. We got 1.9 thousand people in here. Everybody in here, make sure you subscribe. Matter of fact, let me even phrase that differently. Are y'all tired of hearing the boogeyman excuse? Is it old to you now? Can I just ask this, family? The whole Donald Trump is a boogeyman. Are you ready now to really see some policies? Are you ready now to really see something that's factual? Is the boogeyman stuff really ran its course at the moment, y'all? Isn't it old that we're literally years away from this man's first presidency and they're still running us with the boogeyman? What's your policy about immigration? Donald Trump's the boogeyman. Okay. What's your policy about reparations? Donald Trump's the boogeyman. Project 2025. Okay. All right, cool. What's your policy about Donald Trump, Project 2025? Project 2025 is why you should vote for Kamala. So even when she says vote for her, it's based on Donald Trump. You can't make this up. You can never make this up. Everything about her revolves around Donald Trump. And aren't we really tired of hearing that when we're not getting no tangibles in the process? Even more, y'all. Check this out. Yeah, we don't fear. Let me say that. Absolutely. Absolutely. You made a good point. We don't fear the boogeyman. And as a matter of fact, to us, the goddamn immigration crisis is a bigger problem than Donald Trump. We sit back and we watch the way it plays out with Trump, and we're watching the way it plays out with Kamala, and you can't even compare the two of them at the end of the goddamn day. The borders being wide open versus the borders being closed. Checkmate. Watch this right here. Even further, family. Watch her go into one of her spills. And once again, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Watch this. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say we don't
Look at that. As soon as I started, she's talking about January 6th.
have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you to stand for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end the chaos, and to end the approach that is about attacking the foundations of our democracy because you don't like the outcome. And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
More boogeyman talk, still no policy. Still no policy about immigration, Camilla. Still no policy about the economy. We're dealing with inflation, and she's talking about January 6th. Family, she's not talking about January 6th from 2023. She's not talking about January 6th of 2024. No, she's talking about January 6th from years ago. We're not concerned about the first week where you were the vice president. We're talking about you trying to be president now, Camilla.
Turn the page on this. Let's not go back. Let's chart a course for the future and not go backwards to the past.
Let me just follow up here.
It was a different term, and it was a term that related to energy because they have destroyed our energy business. That was where bloodbath was. Also, on Charlottesville, that story has been, as you would say, debunked. Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Jesse, all of these people, they covered it. If they go an extra sentence, they will see it was perfect. It was debunked in almost every newspaper, but they still bring it up, just like they bring 2025 up. They bring all of this stuff up. I ask you this. You talk about the Capitol. Why?
Freeze. Look what he just said. Did he not just say what we just said, family? Did he not just sit there and say exactly what we said? All they do is keep bringing it up, bringing it up. It's been debunked. And be honest with you, whether it's been debunked or not, we don't give a damn. How is January 6th going to help us when we got to charge quadruple for milk or for eggs or for cereal? Inflation. How is January 6th going to change us, family, when we got to see these people coming into our communities from all over the planet Earth, who, by the way, Mrs. Bordazar says ain't happening. Mr. Boulay Man says ain't going down that way. How is that going to help affect us? It's not.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time
There's a mob of migrants too, but I forgot. Kamala Harris said that's not happening.
say? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember that when it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the former president said, stand back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say, we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you to stand for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end the chaos, and to end the approach that is about attacking the foundations of our democracy because you don't like the outcome. And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking. Let's turn the page on this. Let's not go back. Let's chart a course for the future and not go backwards to the past.
Let me just follow up here.
It was a different term.
Let's not go back to the past. And she just sat there and talked about the past for 2 minutes.
It was a term that related to energy because they have destroyed our energy business. That was where bloodbath was. Also, on Charlottesville, that story has been, as you would say, debunked. Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Jesse, all of these people, they covered it. If they go an extra sentence, they will see it was perfect. It was debunked in almost every newspaper, but they still bring it up, just like they bring 2025 up. They bring all of this stuff up. I ask you this. You talk about the Capitol. Why are we allowing these millions of people to come through on the southern border? How come she's not doing anything? And I'll tell you what I would do, and I would be very...
Freeze. That's what I said, y'all. That right there. You see how she threw out Charlottesville, she threw out January 6th, and he spun it right back to immigration. This is why that debate was disastrous for Kamala. And I'm not surprised that she's looking at him right there the way she is. They could not get no hotbed gotcha moment from Donald Trump. They couldn't get no blackity black power. They couldn't get no wins with Blacks America. They couldn't get none of that. Soon as they started talking about the past, he said it's been debunked. Let's talk about the future. The future is immigration, where she, the border czar, has allowed 11 million illegals into this country. The Democrats can play like that's not significant, but we see the truth.
very proud to do it. I would say we would both leave this debate right now. I'd like to see her go down to Washington, D.C. during this debate because we're wasting a lot of time. Go down to, because she's been so bad, it's so ridiculous. Go down to Washington, D.C. and let her sign a bill to close up the border because they have the right to do it. They don't need bills. They have the right to do it. The president of the United States, you'll get him out of bed. You'll wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll say, come on down to the office. Let's sign a bill. If he signs a bill that the border is closed, all he has to do is say it to the Border Patrol, who are phenomenal. If they do that, the border is closed.
Mr.
Those
President,
people are killing many people, unlike J6.
We talked immigration here tonight. I do want to.
I ain't gonna lie, he was cooking. I ain't even gonna front. He was getting it in right there. Yeah, he said in terms of January 6th, way more people are getting killed at the border. What's your response to that one? There ain't no response to that. No, there ain't no response to that. That right there was a political addressing right there. Hands down, that was. That goes to show you what we're talking about. By the way, y'all, just broke a record. 2,000 people in the live chat. You know that's what we do. Y'all make sure that you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We have 2,000 people in here. That is a record. We are on our way to 2.1. I told you this is the best political breakdown. This is the Black American, Black Alpha Network, Certified Black Society, Foundational Black American rebuttal to the debate. And we're going to break down real facts. This political coverage is better than anybody else. So if you're locked in, stay locked in, family, because it gets no better. Appreciate the love. Certified salute, man. We working. But we got everybody in here right now. So we really getting it in because this is real. No more games that, the Democrats want to play. It is time that we can get off of that Democratic plantation. Right now, right here, we are going to be the ones to do it. Because if you stay on the Democratic plantation, you just watch that debate and you see the future. The future of staying on the Democratic plantation is immigration that they don't address, immigration that erases us, immigration that takes Black jobs, immigration that comes here and takes foundational Black American history. Because remember, when the migrants and the immigrants get here, they don't just take jobs away from Black people. They also steal the legacy of our ancestors. Remember, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris's boss, Joe Biden said illegal immigrants built America. That's what he said. Don't forget all the things that Joe Biden was running around here saying. Let's not forget that at all. Joe Biden was running around here saying a whole bunch of inflammatory things about Black Americans, saying illegal immigrants built America. If you don't get the hell out of here with that one. But Joe Biden said it, and you didn't hear nobody call him out on it. Not one soul called him out on it. So don't be surprised that years from now, under the Democratic plantation, y'all, do not be surprised if they end up saying that everything we did, the migrants really did. They built America. They were in the civil rights era, and eventually they're going to get your reparations. That's why we're getting off of the Democratic plantation, and it's going to be us to do it. And that's why we applaud anytime a Democrat is getting cooked. Sometimes it's got to be vote against blue no matter who, and sometimes it's got to be vote couch so blue gets ran out. I want to show y'all this, though. Check this out. This right here, family, was when they brought up race, because you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. This is when race came up. Now, the question is about race and about him saying that she's not a black woman. Watch the way that he came back and watch the way he handled the whole discussion, family. I want y'all to see this right here, right now. Check it out, family. This is it.
You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me. You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words. So I'm
I
asking.
don't know. I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her. That's up to her.
Vice President Harris, your thoughts on this?
I
Pull
think
that back
it's-
again.
I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words. So I'm
I
asking.
don't know. I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her. That's up to her.
Vice President Harris, your thoughts on this?
Look at that. First off, family, she's looking down at her notes. She knew this question was coming. Notice how he played it real smooth. They wanted nothing more than for Donald Trump to say something that they could use as a headline, as a news clipping. He said, Indian or black, either one is okay with me. They didn't want that. Oh, they didn't want that. You were supposed to wake up tomorrow and every single old, outdated COON was supposed to say she took him down on race. She broke him down on race. She completely rebutted him. This was supposed to be the race debate. This is why they saved that question towards the end. This was towards the end of the debate. They saved that question for the end of the debate so they can say she stuck him on race because he said something. He gave them no headlines. He gave them no headlines. And look, she doesn't know how to respond.
Vice President Harris, your thoughts on this?
I think it's, I mean, honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people. You know, I do believe that the vast majority of us know that we have so much more in common than what separates us, and we don't want this kind of approach that is just constantly trying to divide us, and especially by race. And let's remember how Donald Trump started. He was land, he owned buildings, and he was investigated because he refused to rent property to black families. Let's remember, this is the same individual who took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of 5 young black.
Wait, she's bringing up the Central Park 5? She's bringing up the Central Park 5. So let's get this right, family. She's bringing up January 6th. She's bringing up Charlottesville. Now she's going way the hell back to the Central Park 5 about her race. The question was about your race, Camilla. The question is about you cosplaying, Camilla. The question is why you were Indian on Tuesday, you were black on Wednesday, and you were dropping your collard greens all through the goddamn bathtub, Camilla. But now she's talking about the Central Park 5. Every single answer that she provided was one of the past. You damn near had to get in a goddamn DeLorean and go back to the goddamn future and back to 1955 because she is not staying in 2024. Is she debating 2024? Is she even debating 2024, or is she debating everything from 10 years ago? In order to debate Kamala Harris, you got to go back at least 2 decades. And by the way, you know goddamn well she ain't black because black don't goddamn crack. Family, I'm just saying. Watch his rebuttal, though.
And Latino boys who were innocent, the Central Park 5.
She threw Latino in there. Yep, notice that too. Notice She had to black and brown it. Yep. Her answers aren't consistent. Her justifications aren't consistent. Her alibis aren't consistent. They may be consistent with 1983, but they're not consistent with 2024.
You know, boys who were innocent, the Central Park Five, took out a full-page ad calling for their execution. This is the same individual who spread birther lies about the first Black president of the United States. And I think the American people want better than that, want better than this, want someone who understands, as I do, I travel our country. We see in each other a friend. We see in each other a neighbor. We don't want a leader who is constantly trying to have Americans point their fingers at each other. I meet with people all the time who tell me, can we please just have discourse about how we're...
What the hell is she talking about? What the hell is she talking about? She done lost me. She done dropped me off down the street, across the block from the Winn-Dixies, down by the goddamn corner store. I literally don't know what she's talking about. She started talking about the Central Park Five, inserted some Latinos in there, and now she's talking about discourse in American history. She was trying to do the race card. That's what she was trying to do, and he did not allow her.
Going to invest in the aspirations and the ambitions and the dreams of the American people, knowing that regardless of people's color or the language their grandmother speaks, we all have the same dreams and aspirations.
Did y'all catch that? Did you catch that right there, family? Did you catch that? The language her grandmother speaks? Didn't I just say that Kamala Harris and Oprah Winfrey, they both throw in these little subtle jabs about her history? Yep. They know that her grandmother and her father's identity, ethnicity, and race have been into serious questions. She did the same exact thing during the Democratic National Convention. She said, it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter how long your hair is. It doesn't matter what language your grandma speaks. Just to say that if my grandma ain't Black and my grandma speaks some type of Jamaican, my grandma speaks some type of Indian, some type of Asian, that's okay. That is her basically trying to weasel herself in to Blackness and provide cover for her lack of Blackness. She threw that same little line out at the Democratic Convention, which tells me two things. One, she's rehearsing. Two, she's recycling, repeating, and she's doing it again. And three, that's the only thing she can come up with because we know she not like us.
We all have the same dreams and aspirations and want a president who invests in those, not in hate and division.
Vice President Harris, thank you. Lindsay?
President Trump, this is now your third time.
This is the most divisive presidency in the history of our country.
Damn, good rebuttal. Good rebuttal. Look at that face right there. That was her moment. I'm telling you, family, this election, this last right here, this 3-minute clip that I'm playing for you, this clip, this election is going to come down to this. This right here, this whole debate, this was the high point. This was the peak of this debate. This was supposed to be her moment. Forget about Afghanistan. Forget about the Ukraine. Forget about Vladimir Putin. It wasn't about none of that. This was about her claiming that she is the future of women and the future of Black women. This was supposed to be the moment that she galvanized all Black people racially, and she finally took down the evil supremacist boogeyman. This is on the main political stage. They've been using race, particularly stealing a foundational Black American culture and using it to get the Democrats to, really be in office, but to stay in office. This was the most important part of the debate. He was supposed to say something racial. She was supposed to check him. And then they were supposed to make headlines about it and say it's over for Trump. That Black woman beat him. And what we found out is it's not over for Trump, and she ain't a Black woman. He was brilliant with his response.
This is the most divisive presidency in the history of our country. There's never been anything like it. They're destroying our country, and they come up with things like what she just said. Going back many, many years, when a lot of people, including Mayor Bloomberg, agreed with me on the Central Park Five, they admitted, they said, they pled guilty. And I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed a person.
Of the American people, knowing that regardless of people's color or the language their grandmother speaks, we all have the same dreams and aspirations and want a president who invests in those, not in hate and division.
Vice President Harris, thank you. Lindsay?
President Trump, this is now your
Freeze. First off, boy, that forehead big as hell. Damn. Okay, what this is, family? They jumping on all the audio. Y'all know we got damn about 2,000 people in here, so you know they jumping on the audio. It's all good. We here, family. We here. Yes, indeed. This right here is what I'm talking about, y'all. They had to use this moment. This was a moment to where they wanted to take this moment and give this whole election to Kamala Harris. This was the part where they were supposed to trap him. Had he took the ammunition, had he took the bait, they would have had headlines all across America. This election and this debate, this was the most significant part. It was supposed to be the supreme great Indian black woman took down the W supremacist boogeyman, and he did not take the bait. This was the most important part of this debate and maybe even this election. The fact is that she said that, and then he pivoted and said, we ain't talking about the past, we talking about right now. Brilliant.
People's color or the language their grandmother speaks, we all have the same dreams and aspirations and want a president who invests in those, not in hate and division.
Vice President Harris, thank you. Lindsay?
President Trump, this is now your third time.
This is the most divisive presidency in the history of our country. There's never been anything like it. They're destroying our country, and they come up with things like what she just said. Going back many, many years, when a lot of people, including Mayor Bloomberg, agreed with me on the Central Park Five, they admitted, they said, they pled guilty. And I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed a person.
Boom. That part. That right there was an undressing right there. That was an absolute undressing, unpack. Completely, family. Completely. You seen the way it went down. And the fact that he came, he was very calm and said, he said they was divisive. Think about that, family. First off, she tries to say, and she went on some fake, that was some fake yes, we can talk. All right. They try to hit us with some yes, we can. And she tried to appeal to the emotions. This lets you know that was the agenda of Kamala Harris, was to make it look like this Indian black woman took him down. And he came back and said, well, really, y'all are divisive. It ain't us, it's y'all. And he pivoted that. That was her moment to try to take him and get an I got you moment. And it did not work. That was brilliant on his behalf. And I'm telling you, that completely changed the whole spectrum of that debate. They waited until the end of the debate to say that, and then it didn't work. So now she's stuck. And after that, family, she started stuttering and fumbling and bumbling because she knew there was nothing else that she could really do after that. But it wasn't done. It wasn't done. That was brilliant right there. The fact is, she brought up the past, and he said it. He said, y'all bring up the past again? We're talking about the present again. We're talking about now. You're talking about back in the day. And then he simply says, well, on top of all that, you're being divisive because I'm not talking about race. See, it flipped on her. She thought that by her talking about race, it was going to make him look bad. He actually said, I'm over here talking about policy. You the one talking about race. She tried to play the race card. In reality, though, it ended up flipping back on her. Very brilliant. This was a terrible debate for Kamala Harris. Not because she didn't get to say a bunch of stuff. it's because of what she couldn't do. That is the best part about it. Terrible debate. Trust me, the Democrats can play, they can act. We know they live in a fake ass world anyway. They can say whatever they want to say. The reality is they know that debate for Kamala Harris did not go as planned. They did not get what they wanted. And most of America right now is looking at it funny. But that ain't the end. Check this out right here, y'all. More things came out. He continued to go in, and he started to go in on Joe Biden. Yes, he did. Watch this, what he says about Joe Biden. Hilarious.
We're playing with World War III, and we have a president that we don't even know if he's. Where is our president? We don't even know if he's a president.
And just to clarify
they threw him out of a campaign like a dog. We don't even know. Is he our president? But we have a president,
Mr. President,
that doesn't know he's alive.
Your time.
We're playing with World War III.
Again, picture says 1,000 words. Look at that picture right there, family. The man said we got a president that doesn't even know if he's alive. I'm not even going to lie to you. When I seen that, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Look at that right there. She don't know what to say. And the question is real. You're out here trying to have a debate. You're out here trying to talk to us, and we literally don't know where your boss is. Where is your boss, Kamala? We don't know where your boss is at. You're running around here trying to tell us that there's some type of, movement that y'all got going on. And literally, Joe Biden was last seen on a beach drinking a goddamn pina colada, looking like he needs to be working at Walmart handing out stickers. The man said, "Where is your boss at?" And then he said, he don't even know if he's alive.
We're playing with World War III, and we have a president that we don't even know if he's. Where is our president? We don't even know if he's a president.
And just to clarify
they threw him out of a campaign like a dog. We don't even know. Is he our president? But we have a president,
Mr. President,
that doesn't know he's alive.
Your time.
We're playing with World.
Damn. Once again, family, in our last episode, did we not show that when she's talking, she puts her head down? When she does not feel confident, she throws her head down. Yes, indeed. Look at that right there, family. She got her head down. You want to know when things are going bad for Kamala Harris? Well, other than when she's with Willie Brown, her head goes down. Okay, I know it goes down when she's with Willie Brown, but it also goes down when you bring up reparations, when you bring up inflation, when you bring up Afghan, when you bring up every policy in the United States of America where she can't answer the question, then you see her head go down. That shows you right there, clear as day, that she cannot, by no means, family, conduct a debate of any type of metrics. That woman is not qualified to be the president of the United States of America. There was even more out there. Check this out right here, family. She was even getting more of that work. Nothing really was getting off for her.
She's gone to my philosophy, but if she ever got elected, she'd change.
Those were memes they were trying to make. Family, during the actual debate, you seen people trying to make memes out of that face she was making. Nobody's playing games. In reality, you getting served on that main stage.
And policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got.
Damn. I was going to send her a MAGA hat. What are we really talking about? You getting served to the point now where he's saying he was going to send you a MAGA hat because everything you saying is just like him. And family, for the last 3 weeks, there have been things on the internet of people showing us where she's literally talking about the same policies that he has. Literally. So when you see him say your policies is mine, it's the actual truth.
Got elected, she change it. And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country month,
that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That right there, family, they rehearsed that. She was in a hotel in Pennsylvania, and they literally said for debate prep, they actually made her hotel room look like it was the debate stage, and they had an actor, Donald Trump, and they had actors in the crowd. This ain't acting right here. This is the real thing. And she was advised to do this right here so she can get a sister girl moment, and they can make memes out of that. But in reality, she may have made that stance and that posture, but she didn't have the policies behind it. So in other words, that was an epic failure. Yep. One more to add to the other 10, 15.
Where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say. And I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have
big ass facts. Big facts. Yes, indeed. Immigration affects the economy. Immigration takes black jobs. Ain't that the same exact thing he said when he said that they're taking black jobs? Black jobs is the economy. Immigration takes black jobs. So when he says that immigration hurts inflation in the economy, that right there is the same exact thing. And who are the main people who get harmed by that? Black Americans. You can take it all the way back around, family. That's why it's vote against blue no matter who. Vote Couch 2024, but it's anybody other than Kamala.
And she has destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
President Trump.
Woo! Goddamn. I'm going to tell you right now. There is getting served, and then there's that right there. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. I mean, come on. How else do you say it? Because she is the sitting vice president. Let's say the biggest elephant in the room. Let's talk about the biggest secret. Kamala Harris is right now the vice president. Joe Biden right now, if he's somewhere on the beach or a nursing home, is the president. You're talking about a vice president that was the border czar that literally has open borders. You're talking about the president who wears diapers and he's on the beach somewhere drinking pina coladas. Ain't even in Washington, D.C. Okay? You're talking about the vice president that keeps bringing up 10, 20, 30 years ago instead of talking about the person standing in front of her. You're talking about the Democratic Party where their whole agenda is we're not Donald Trump. Well, we're not voting for you. So when you're not Donald Trump and we're not voting for you, that ends up with the Democrats getting ran out the paint, getting canceled, and that plantation coming down. That's exactly what's happening. This debate was terrible for Kamala Harris. We've already showed, 10, 12, 20 clips? And notice, he kept bringing it back to immigration. He kept bringing it back to immigration. She started to go on some rant, bring it back to immigration. She started to tether babble, bring it back to immigration. He would bring up immigration in every single corridor, every single avenue. Whenever she would pivot, he ended up bringing it up. They brought up Afghanistan, which, by the way, that was a terrible, terrible thing. All my brothers and sisters who watched that whole situation play out, literally, she pivoted on Afghanistan, and the moderators didn't really push her. But he brought up immigration about Afghanistan. He brought up immigration with the economy. He brought up immigration with inflation, because everything with this administration goes back to immigration. Now, family, have the Black foundational Black American grassroots, have we not been saying that? Have foundational Black Americans not been the main people saying that? Let's talk about some things that we've been saying. Where the hell is Joe Biden? FBA, we were the first ones to say that man is too goddamn old and unfit to be president. That's what we brought up, came true. We were the ones saying Kamala Harris is not a Black woman and she's not going to use Black women to get the Democratic Party in office. We were the ones who started that. We were the ones calling out immigration because immigration comes to our communities the most. That was foundational Black Americans who were calling that out. That is another one that we were on. This whole election, this whole debate, you see the fingerprints of FBA on all of that. And right here, Black Alpha Network, we've been calling that out for 2 years. We've been saying that our victories are different than everybody else because we are different than everybody else. Everybody else gets handouts, they get benefits, they get resources. We got to go and take ours. And when you see them using our talking points, or the fact that on a presidential debate, they're using terminology that foundational Black Americans put into the atmosphere, that shows you the boule is gone. That shows you the old COONs are gone. That lets you know that this is a new time and a new era. And in this new time and new era, you're going to have to come with it. You're going to have to come with it. And she's not doing good enough. And this is why the Black vote, I'm telling you right now, she ain't getting no Black vote. I'm telling you right now, she may get the same old, outdated people, but I'm going to be honest with you, family. The same old, outdated people, there's not really enough of them anymore. We broke that down, y'all. All the new boule have been ran out the paint by us, and all the old boule, they just gone because they're too goddamn old. They have no base. What is the Democratic Party's base, y'all? Tell me what it is. It damn sure ain't certified foundational Black Americans. So since it ain't certified foundational Black Americans, we're going to continue to give them that work. Look at this right here, family. Even more so. More clips. At this point, this is a highlight reel of how to debate Kamala Harris. You know what? Donald Trump damn near went Tulsi Gabbard on Kamala Harris tonight. Check this out.
Policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. And
that's what I want to show you. Now, I showed you that a second ago, but I want you to follow this time. Follow her body language. That's what I want you to notice, family. Forget all the words. Look at her right here. Is this somebody who knows that they getting served up? Watch this right here. Watch the body language, y'all.
it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 20 million people, not the 15 that people say.
She
and I think it's a
immediately
lot higher
looked down
than
at them
21. That's
goddamn
bigger
notes.
than New York.
Immediately look down at the notes. That right there, the body language says everything. And look at that. This is what people are putting out. This is right here. This is all fresh off the goddamn press, family. All of this that you're seeing is fresh off the press. This shows you how people are seeing it. But they're showing you that even with all of that going on, people still believe that Donald Trump won the goddamn debate. Yes, indeed. People still feel that Donald Trump was the winner of that debate. And if that's the goddamn case after all of that, it ain't too good in the hood. Hell to the no. And they're literally going through. They're literally ripping her up. Matter of fact, let's go to what's trending. I'm going to pull up what's trending, y'all. We can pull up what's trending so we can really see how bad people are going in on Kamala, Collard Green. Yeah, it's not looking real good right now for them. This was terrible. We said how it was going to play out. Family, remember, we're always right. Foundational Black Americans, our record is untouchable, y'all. It is untouchable, and they know it. They know it. They know damn well what we say always goes, and we always win. That's just what it is. That's just a fact of life, family. That is just a fact of life. Check this out. Let's go there. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to go down the timeline, y'all. I want y'all to see this stuff. Look at what's really trending out here in these United States of America streets, okay? Let's really see where people are. Y'all make sure y'all follow me, Black Alpha Net W1. Y'all make sure y'all check me out on there before we go any further. Family, we are in here deep, deep, deep. We got 2.1 thousand people in here. I need everybody. We got 2,163 people. Smash record. And I need all 2,000 of y'all to subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. This is certified foundational Black American energy. This is certified Black society. And we're breaking everything down to the morsel with real true analysts, real true observations, and we're bringing it to the whole world. This is where we come from. You're going to get the real, you're going to get the genuine, you're going to get the sincere, and you're going to get the absolute 100% positive story about what's really happening with us. So you guys make sure you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network, and we just starting to cook, y'all. It don't stop. Let's go to work. Right here, y'all. Check this out. Cooked. Donna Brazile. See, Donna Brazile, the reason why Donna Brazile is trending, y'all, Donna Brazile was the main one who was running around here giving Hillary Clinton all of the, this is why Roland Martin got fired. Roland Martin and Donna Brazile, they got fired because they were running around and they were giving Hillary Clinton all of the questions for the debate in 2016. So people are dragging her right now. It goes to show you. Everybody sees it. Let's continue, though. Let's continue. This right here is what's really, really happening in the real world in real goddamn time. Check this out. Here we go. He's talking about the moderators right here. Right here. Check this out. Kamala Harris said that she wasn't the border czar, right? Kamala Harris said that the border is not based on being in charge of the border. Again, this is another thing that Kamala Harris is acting like we don't have the footage. Newsflash to everybody. If you're going to lie in the year 2024 and beyond, just know there's cameras everywhere. Quit lying like this is 1952 and there ain't no cameras. I don't know how people think they're going to tell a lie and the cameras are everywhere and it ain't going to be seen. This is her being christened as the border czar.
The VP today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle and the countries that help. We're going to need help in stemming the movement of so many folks stemming the migration to our southern border. So this new surge we're dealing with now started with the last administration, but it's our responsibility to deal with it humanely and to stop what's happening. And so this increase has been consequential. But the vice president's agreed, among the multiple other things that I've had in our meeting, and I appreciate it, agreed to lead our diplomatic effort and work with those nations to accept the return.
Our vice president has agreed to lead our efforts. Sounds like you're the one in charge there, Kamala.
Our meeting, and I appreciate it. Agreed to lead our diplomatic effort and work with those nations to accept the returnees and enhance migration enforcement at their borders. We're already talking with Mexico about that. She's already done that. We're going to be dealing with a full team now that we have to be able to deal with the problem here at home, but also to deal with it now in terms of in countries. It's not her full responsibility and job, but she's leading the effort because I think the best thing to do is to put someone who, when he or she speaks, they don't have to wonder about, is that where the president is? When she speaks for me. Doesn't have to check with me. She knows what she's doing, and I hope we can move this along.
Boom. Joe Biden right there is telling you that Kamala Harris is the border czar. So when she runs around and she says that she's not the border czar and she has nothing to do with immigration, that right there is a big lie. That's not the only lie she told. Everything that she was saying, people could simply, within a matter of seconds, just look it up and see it wasn't true. Yes, indeed. She said that she didn't want to confiscate nobody's guns,
Millions.
Right? Remember that? Okay. Well, check this out.
What would you do about the millions of specifically assault weapons that are already in circulation? What do you do about those?
Well, there are approximately 5 million, to your point, Craig. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. It's got to be smart. We got to do it the right way.
Buyback program. You know what that means? That means particularly black folks give your guns up. That's what that means.
Million, to your point, Craig. We have to have a buyback program, and I support a mandatory buyback program. It's got to be smart.
A mandatory. You know what that means, right? A mandatory buyback program. Let me tell you what that means, y'all. That means run your stuff and give it to us. That's what that means right there. So when she says, I never said that I would take your weapons from you, yes, you did. More folks is coming out on the conservative side. A lot of the black conservatives, this is what they're saying. We're going to go down. The United States of America, the whole world's watching us right now. And they're going to have to watch Foundational Black Americans, Certified Black Society. We got 2,000 people in here. Smash that like button, subscribe. Let's keep going.
Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out. She went out.
I'm getting over a cold right now. And I can't even laugh. Oh, I can't laugh. Oh my God. Y'all. This is so hilarious. Oh God. I have y'all. No, I can't. This is hurting me to laugh because I'm trying to get over a cold. But this is absolutely hilarious. She did not see that. This is why we love Donald Trump. He said, I'm speaking. Because y'all remember, she did that with Mike Pence.
That's what that was. When she was talking to Mike Pence, she kept telling him, I'm speaking right now. So Trump remembered that, and Trump came back. Right here. RFK, remember, just a few weeks ago, RFK dropped out the race. And RFK, he endorsed Donald Trump. The Democrats don't want to take him off of certain ballots because they know that the people who are going to vote for him would end up voting for Donald Trump. He started going off on the moderators. And before we go there, let me make sure that this is extra clear. Yes, indeed. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use, fair use, fair use, YouTube. Yes, indeed.
Fortunately, we had moderators who were clearly biased, who were constantly fact-checking Donald Trump. But none of these kind of whoppers that the vice president was saying, and none of her failure to really explain that, answer that first question, that very, very critical first question. They simply sat there on the sidelines and allowed that to pass. Fortunately, we had moderators who were clearly biased, who were constantly fact-checking Donald Trump. But none of these kind of whoppers that the president was saying, her failure to really explain the answer.
Oh yeah, they were doing that all night, family. That's what they were doing. They was asking Donald Trump, "Is that true?" Like I said, sometimes the moderator was just straight up saying it. How come you lied? I mean, they was just straight up coming with it. But even with all of that, it still did not really work. And what I'm hearing now, and a couple things just came across my timeline. What I'm hearing right now, family, is that Kamala Harris wants another debate. This is what's happening. Word on the street right now is that Kamala Harris really wants another debate. If you want another debate, y'all, that means that you lost. Who wants the other fight? Do you think the boxer who knocks somebody out, you really think he wants to have another match? Who typically wants to have the rematch? The person who lost the first match. Word on the streets, breaking news, Black Alpha Network, word on the streets. And what I'm hearing, some of my sources have been hitting me up. Word on the streets is that Kamala wants another debate because this one did not go as good as planned. They can't even spin it. I'm like literally looking right now and I can't see the boule spinning it. You know, when the boule can't spin something, it's terrible. This is what we're seeing. You're right. And I think Trump wants to do it on Fox News. I guarantee you, this is why that was monumental. If they do it again, Trump's going to want to do it on Fox News. Kamala's not going to want to go there because I promise you, if she looked bad on ABC News, she looked bad when she had two moderators on her side. On Fox News, she's going to be destroyed, done for. So she don't really want to go on Fox News. But you might have to sit on this one. And if you sit on this one and there's no more debates all the way until election night, family, that would be catastrophic, a travesty for Kamala Harris's campaign. She already doesn't have a policy. She's losing the black vote by the second. Donald Trump is really surging in the polls. And a lot of people feel Donald Trump was already leading in the polls. And we know those polls have been kind of real funny style anyway. So it really starting to look right now as if they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Go debate Donald Trump on his turf, on his playground. You don't want that. Have to just live with this debate where you couldn't get the race card off. You couldn't get your watershed moment. You couldn't get your super Indian lady thing going. Or just have to sit on your policy. This is the time where you got to sit on your policy now, Camilla. You got to literally come with a policy and win. You cannot boogeyman no more. You cannot talk about the Central Park 5 no more. January 6th, no more. People do not want to hear about the past. Black people in America and just all people in America, we sitting here going to the store and looking at these goddamn prices, and then we looking at Kamala Harris. We can't look at Joe Biden. Remember, Joe Biden is gone. What Donald Trump say? He don't even know if he's alive. And that's if you can find him. So if there's no Joe Biden to take the brunt of all this, what Kamala gonna do? What is Kamala Harris really going to do right now? Can she blame Joe Biden? She can't because she votes with Joe Biden and they're too close associated and attached. So she can't really go for blaming Joe Biden. That just looks bad on her. She might as well blame herself. So what does she do now? Have to sit on your policy? You ain't got none. And I like how Trump kept saying, you ain't got a policy, you ain't got a policy, you ain't got a policy. That was very smart. That was a very smart thing to do. As a matter of fact, a little clip just came up right here, family. Let me see if this elaborates further on what we're talking about. Word on the street is that she wants another debate. We're going to see how true that is. But before we do, fair use.
If she's asking for another debate, though, they don't think she won this debate, hands down.
Woo! Whoa! Freeze! Hold up! Wait a minute. So it is true. It is true. Word on the street, what people are saying, by the way, fair use, fair use, fair use enacted, YouTube. This is about commentary, news reporting, research, fair use. And I need everybody to subscribe right now to the Black Alpha Network. If you are in here right now, you have to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds and smash that like button. I appreciate it dearly. Black Alpha Network, we are here. Watch this. It is true. Word on the streets is that she wants another debate.
If she's asking for another debate, though, they don't think she won this debate, hands down. They would be, to Dana's point, saying,
We're
mic
done.
drop, we're done. They don't think that she's in a position right now to win this race.
Well,
they need
Damn. I was getting alerts on my phone from some people I know in the political world, and they were saying that Kamala wants another debate. We all sat here. Hold on, I need to see y'all. Hold up, pull that up. We all sat here, family, for an hour and a half, and we talked about how Kamala got destroyed in that debate. We talked about how they can't spin that debate. We talked about how that was a travesty of a debate for not just Kamala, but for Joe Biden and for the Democratic Party as a whole. We sat here and we spotlighted and framed how bad of a failure that was. And then we get word on the street an hour later that she wants another debate. When you want another debate an hour after the last one ended, you know you lost. You done went home lumped up, all twisted. You got knocked out on camera. You woke up, didn't know where you was. That's probably why she kept bringing up the Central Park 5. She probably thought she was in the 80s and the early 90s. That's why she keep bringing up January 6th. Trump done landed a blow so much that she don't even know where she at. She probably thinks she's in Willie Brown's bedroom right now. All right? Yeah. She probably thinks she's with Willie Brown or going on some goddamn date with Willie Brown when somebody thinks that she's his daughter. She don't know. Kamala don't know where she at because that's how bad of a performance that was. That performance was terrible. She couldn't get no Democratic talking point off. And be honest with you, I'm sitting here thinking, just as an American, as a taxpaying American, I'm sitting in the USA, I'm sitting there thinking, what really did she say? We'll leave all the Trump stuff on the corner. We'll leave all the stuff with Donald Trump on the corner. What did she say, family? Let me ask y'all this question. Beyond Donald Trump serving her, beyond Donald Trump destroying her, beyond Donald Trump bringing it back to immigration and exposing her, beyond the Donald Trump effect, what did Kamala say that would make a voter want to vote for her? Did she say anything of policy? Do you now, after that debate, feel like you know more about Kamala Harris's campaign? Or was it just a bunch of tether babble? Do you now feel that Kamala Harris has won over any voters in America of all creeds? It don't even matter. I don't feel that she won over any white voters. I don't feel she won over any Indian voters, and they weren't rocking with her anyway. So like we said, who's her base? But do you feel that debate did anything of purpose for Kamala? Or did that debate expose her on national television for the political fraud that she's always been? The woman who did not win her last election, did not go through a primary, and was selected. She basically has went all the way through the Democratic Party, and not at all has she, by one piece, won anything. So you, as an American, just as an American, you're looking at somebody who's never won anything, and somehow they get to the point of being the goddamn president-elect, but didn't win an election. How are you the president-elect when you didn't win an election? Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. And this is what we've been saying and calling out. The dust is settled. The smoke is clear. Kamala Harris was destroyed in that debate. A lot of it was because of Donald Trump, and a lot of it was because of her. She's just not a qualified candidate. How do we know she's not a qualified candidate? It's because she ain't won no elections to be one. She has no agenda. Her political policies didn't come out until last night. She's been selected since when? June? And then on top of all of that, family, when you got on her actual page, she was just talking about donations. So all of those donations, which by the way, we already exposed, a lot of those donations were not real. All those 80,000 people on the Zoom chat weren't real. They were using the same people over and over. We're seeing a mainstream hype job, all right? We're seeing a political hype job from propaganda. Kamala Harris, just this time last year, was rated as the worst vice president in American history. Documented. Way worse than Dick Cheney. So by the way, now they're talking about Dick Cheney and how Dick Cheney actually, for whatever reason, because, you know, Dick Cheney don't like Donald Trump because Donald Trump ended the Bush dynasty. He ended the Clinton dynasty. Look like he got rid of Joe Biden as well, all right? And maybe even Kamala here soon. Dick Cheney endorsed Kamala Harris. And they're trying to praise that when Dick Cheney was the second worst vice president of all time, according to the polls. So to the polls, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president ever. And now they try to tell us that she's leading in all the polls. Black folks never believed that she was leading in the polls. You don't go from the worst vice president ever with no political policy. You cackle more than you make sense, and somehow you're ahead of the polls. And then within the last week, and I mean 7 days, now you're starting to see Donald Trump is surging in the polls. Or is it that he was always ahead in the polls in all the swing states? Hype jobs versus reality. You can't flip it. You can't change it. That is what's really going on in the United States of America in this insane political campaign. I'll tell everybody, if this was a movie, Life in America has been a hell of a goddamn season. One more time, confirmation, what we've all said. We said that Kamala Harris lost. We said we know she lost, and now everyone else is agreeing.
If she's asking for another debate, though, they don't think she won this debate, hands down. They would be, to Dana's point, saying,
We're
mic
done.
drop, we're done. They don't think that she's in a position right now to win this race.
Well,
they need another debate.
I don't disagree.
If she's asking for another debate, though, they don't think she won this debate, hands down. They
agree
would
with
be, to Dana's point, saying,
We're
mic
done.
drop, we're done. They
Mic drop. That's what it looks like, family. Mic drop. This looks like an absolute positive microphone drop. And it goes to show us right now, family, that whatever they try to say, whatever they try to use, this was not good, y'all. This was not good at all. And I appreciate the very fact that immigration kept coming up. I didn't really give a damn what was really said in terms of some other policies. I wanted to see immigration come up. That's what I wanted to see, y'all. I wanted to see them bring up immigration, and I needed immigration to come up. My phone is blowing up right now. I'm getting a lot of alerts. I got some people that been telling me some things going on out there, and it don't look too good for Collard Green Kamala. Some of the early poll numbers are coming in. I'm trying to get these early poll numbers up. Y'all know we are absolute 100% certified political analysts right here on the Black Alpha Network. And I want to get some of these poll numbers up. The early poll numbers are not looking good at all for Kamala Harris. And that is not what they wanted. They wanted the complete opposite, and they're not getting what they thought they were going to get. This right here, family, this was the key point. We talked about the race part. Outside of the race part, this is what everybody needed to hear. Let me show y'all this. This is what I was really locked into, family. Check this out. Check this out right here. When Trump said this, this is what we really, really needed to hear, because this is what I would have been on from the beginning. Oh, she couldn't have handled no smoke from me. I would have brought it. By the way, fair use, fair use, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use and acted. Watch this, y'all.
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it, and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in. You believe in things like, we're not going to frack, we're not going to take fossil fuel, we're not going to do things that are going to make this country strong, whether you like it or not. Germany tried that, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants. We're not ready for it. We can't sacrifice our country for the sake of bad vision. But I just ask one simple question. Why didn't she do it? We're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world. All over the world, they laugh. I know the leaders very well. They're coming to see me. They call me. We're laughed at all over the world. They don't understand what happened to us as a nation. We're not a leader. We don't have any idea what's going on. We have wars going on in the Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other because of...
Freeze. Oh, man, we can unpack all that all day. That right there, y'all. That right there. Listen to what he's saying. That right there, he was in his bag. Trump was really cooking right there. Trump was really cooking right there, y'all. Yes, indeed. I'm going to tell you why he was cooking so much. He was saying exactly the sentiments of Americans. If you have been the vice president for this long, then why haven't you done anything? It's simple common sense, y'all. It's simple common sense. if you had been the vice president, then you don't have to tell us what you're going to fix. How you going to fix something on day one when day one was 4 years ago? Yeah, Trump was really, really on one. And he was speaking absolute facts, but they were common sense facts that everybody can relate to. Let me run that back right there from the about halfway point.
That, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants. We're not ready for it. We can't sacrifice our country for the sake of bad vision. But I just ask one simple question. Why didn't she do it? We're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world. All over the world, they're laughed. I know the leaders very well. They're coming to see me. They call me. We're laughed at all over the world. They don't know what happened to us as a nation. We're not a leader. We don't have any idea what's going on. We have wars going on in the Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other because of nuclear weapons, the power of weaponry. I rebuilt our entire military. She gave a lot of it away to the Taliban. She gave it to Afghanistan. What these people have done to our country, and maybe toughest of all, is allowing millions of people to come into our country. Many of them are criminals, and they're destroying our country. The worst president, the worst vice president in the history of our country.
That was his closing statement, y'all. That was his closing statement. He got everything in. He got everything in. He brought up the border. He brought up the fact that she's been around for the longest. And he brought up the failed policies of the Biden-Kamala Harris administration. And in reality, there should have never been a Biden-Harris administration at all. Joe Biden was 997 years old when he got elected, and Kamala Harris hadn't won an election since she was in high school. There's no way it should have ever been like that. But notice how he ended on immigration. We live in a country where Black Americans are having to deal with migrants at the highest rates. 70% of migrants come to our cities, okay? Remember that. Out of 22 million illegals, the majority of them come to our cities. We know it. We see it. We watch it. We deal with it every single day. It affects our children who are being pressed out of their schools because they can't play sports like soccer, volleyball, baseball, football because migrants are taking over their schools. You got veterans of the United States of America. My father was a veteran. And they don't get nothing. They got to beg for things. But migrants are out here getting meals, getting hotels, getting shelters. And they tell us that it ain't happening. Kamala literally sat there on that debate stage tonight, and she straight up laughed at the fact of what's going on in Springfield, Ohio, even though we can watch it. Let's talk about what's going on with all the Venezuelans in Colorado. They sit there and deny it. Nobody says a damn thing about it. And if it takes Donald Trump to say something about it, then goddamn it, I'm all for it. Yes, the hell I am. Because when it boils down to the Democratic plantation, you had your chance. You had your chance to do good by the number one voter block. You're talking about Black Americans who sat outside in the rain and the cold for 60 years, okay, and got nothing out of all of that. But yet we see people coming into our communities being elevated above us while they just play dumb. What you mean, migrants? What you mean 11 million? Not what you mean 11. Not what you mean 22. I'm talking about 11 million and 22 million. I don't see 22 million illegals. What you mean they come into black cities? What he mean black job? The Democrats will always play stupid with the immigration crisis. You can literally see them hopping the borders, coming into your city. The Democrats will just throw their hands up like, I don't know what you're talking about. I never seen no migrants. They will never change. Remember, y'all, we called the Democratic Party out. We said all they do is give us food. We said this in 2020. 2024, still giving you food. We said all they do is give us entertainers. 2024, they're still giving you entertainers. Kamala Harris literally had Megan Thee Stallion twerking at a campaign rally. Literally. And a bunch of Democratic shills were in the goddamn crowd, waving the goddamn flags and clapping. The Democrats will never change. We have to make sure that plantation goes down. That's the only change that'll ever get to the Democratic Party. And this is why we, foundational Black Americans, it's important in this election that we make sure Kamala don't win, the Democratic Party goes down, and I promise you, every single tap dancing COON Democratic shield will be gone. Trust me. Remember, we want reparations. The Democrats are canceling and sabotaging reparations. We want an anti-Black American hate crime bill. The Democrats tell us You don't need one. You already got one. We want to stop illegal immigration. The Democrats say, what illegal immigration? We don't see nothing. Every single issue that Black Americans want, the Democratic Party are the #1 blockade. And that's why we're going to be the #1 regulators in running their ass out the paint and literally crippling the Democratic plantation. There's no other choice, family. None, not at all. Just came off the press right here, family. Donald Trump. These are his words. Just came off the press. Let's check it out. We got 2.3 thousand people in here. Shattered record. And I need all 2.3 thousand of y'all right now, right at this moment. Subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. Certified salute. Let's go. Donald Trump right here. People are saying big win tonight. 10 minutes ago. I thought that was my best debate ever, especially since it was 3-on-1. Family, it ain't just what we saying. It ain't just what we saying. We sat here, we went live right after this debate, y'all, and we told everybody what we felt. We've been breaking it down for almost 2 hours. And you look, family, this is exactly what we've been saying. And now it looks like our words and the rest of society are all lined up. It looks like our words and what everyone else is saying is all lined up. We're not out here like the boule. We're not doing what the Democrats do. We're not forcing headlines. We're not making things up. We don't have to be fake about what we say. We make an observation. We make some real analytical facts. And then apparently everybody else agrees with us, including Donald Trump. What we're seeing is that most people believe that this debate was Donald Trump's in the bag. In the bag. I'm even hearing Van Jones is crying right now. That's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Donald Trump got him good, and I'm hearing Van Jones is crying. So you didn't hear no Southern accent tonight, y'all. Nope. That means she lost. You didn't see Van Jones smiling tonight. No, I hear he's crying, upset. That means she lost. And most above everything, we're hearing, like we said, that Kamala Harris wants to have another debate. Then you know damn well that she lost. And don't be mad at us. Only thing they can do is understand that we call them out for everything they do. And we G-check them every time they lie. And the beauty of living in this era, y'all, is that everything is played out on the big screen. That big screen got everybody shook, including Kamala Collard Green Harris. So, yes, I do agree. That was a great debate by Donald Trump. And Kamala Harris literally didn't get anything that she wanted done. Let me show this right here again. I think one of these clips right here we might have played, but I want to point out something. And this is what Donald Trump was speaking of. Fair use.
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had...
Absolutely right. That's not the clip. This is the clip. Right here, y'all. Check this out. This is when he told her, basically, you're talking over me. And he said, knock that off. This is it. We showed the guy laughing, but he was laughing too much. Let's actually show when Donald Trump was punking her. But I want y'all to see the facial expressions. The facial expressions say it all.
Different policy. He's like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out.
Oh, look, she tried to talk, but she couldn't get a word in. She couldn't get a word in. She's trying to be smug. Look at that. Picture says 1,000 words. Look at him side-eyeing. You know how they say somebody side-eyeing you? Look at that right there. He's side-eyeing the hell out of her. She thought she was going to talk again, but she didn't.
Different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out.
Damn. And they wanted something there. They wanted something, family. They were reaching for straws the whole night. They were sitting there saying, we got him. No, we don't. We got him. No, not again. Damn, we want to catch him. No, we can't. There was nothing that they could actually do because he was not giving them the debate. That's the main thing everybody was concerned about, was Donald Trump going to give them the bait, and he did not give them any bait. And that's why in this debate, he didn't give no bait, and that's why he won by a landslide. That's why you see right there, Clear as day. Kamala Harris did not win. Donald Trump got the best of her. They can't spin it. They can only deal with it. And it's starting to look like this election has did a full swing. And a lot of that has to do with Black Americans. And also a lot of it has to do with that right there. Family, a lot of people have been seeing this circulating on the internet. See, what we do, we see what the mainstream does. This is what we do right here on the Black Alpha Network, okay? We provide what's really going on with real, genuine, proletarian, working class Americans. What's really going on with Americans, we report it. My speech in Washington, D.C. at the Rally for Reparations, I mentioned how I'm not going to give the ABC, the NBC, the CBS, the MSNBC story. No. CNN, hell no. I'm going to give the real story, what brothers and sisters out here in the streets are talking about. So as the Democrats are quiet as a church mouse about what's going on in terms of immigration, this is what we've been seeing in terms of immigration. Look at that right there, y'all. Look at those numbers. A migrant, we got it all. We got footage of them coming across the border. We got footage of border agents cutting barbed wire. We got footage of Africans, Caribbeans, Asians, Arabs. Everybody's at our southern border. How are you at the southern border when you cannot walk across an ocean? That means that the Biden administration, the Biden-Harris administration have been flying these migrants in. And we at the Black Alpha Network, we have been exposing the immigration crisis for the longest. The fact that Joe Biden said that he feels illegal immigrants are already Americans. The fact that Chuck Schumer says that he wants to bring in 11 million documented and undocumented. So did Stacey Abrams. The fact that you have Miles for Migrants. The fact that you have all of these international organizations that bring these people over here and then they elevate them in our community. While you got homeless Black Americans sitting in the streets getting nothing. But we've been exposing that right here on the Black Alpha Network. Look at that receipt right there, family. That is a receipt for literally 1,000. No. Let's run that even back even further, family. That receipt is literally for $13,000. $13,000. Yep. $13,000, 401. Yep. And 82 cents. That was given to somebody by a migrant. Yes, indeed. Let me get it right. 13,000. Yes, indeed. This is what they've been doing. This is how they've been coming at us. These folks are trying to tell us we didn't see what we just saw. We didn't hear what we just heard when it comes to the migrants, where we're out here suffering, and you're talking about someone who's not even from America. Anything that they tell us, family, anything that they speak on, family, you can go and look for yourself. Don't listen to Kamala. Don't listen to them run their mouths. All you got to do is watch, and we can debunk everything the Democrats tell us about immigration with our own eyes. The Democrats want to lie to every American about the immigration invasion. They want to lie about it. They tell you it's 11 people, it's 11 million. They tell you it's 22 people, it's 22 million. They tell you that it's 31 people, it's 31 million people. They lie to us about immigration, and they send them into our cities, and all we got to do in this beautiful age of technology is look it up. They sit there and they talk to us, family, like we ain't seeing this. They sit there and they talk to us like we can't just go pull up some facts and see it. They said, oh, we don't know what's going on in Springfield. Donald Trump said, I just saw it. And guess what? We saw it too, Trump. We saw it too. The first receipt came out, and then that receipt came out. And that receipt right there is for $11,000. Look at that. Another migrant left this receipt at a store in Chicago. You see what's going on here, family? I want you to look, analyze, and observe. So every time a Democrat tells you that immigration is a Black issue, tell them the only way it's a Black issue is because these people are being elevated above Black Americans. They want us to train our replacements. We're seeing that these people are getting all types of benefits. We see that these people are being paid left and right. We see that these people are getting all types of resources. How come them resources don't go to our people? How come them resources don't go to Americans, foundational Black Americans, or any American? We're the ones who built this country, but yet we got to watch these folks get all of this money while Kamala Harris just got on stage tonight and told us, what you talking about? I ain't see nothing. You lying again, Trump. What you mean black job? Black job like what? There ain't no damn black jobs out here. Oh, you just racist. No, they're just trying to run the gambit on us, y'all. That's what they're doing. So as we see them trying to pull that on us, we've been exposing it. And now, this is the beauty of it. Everybody saying, well, why are y'all talking about it? Why are y'all doing this? The reason why we break it down, the reason why we chop it up, the reason why we analyze and we expose, and we get in the Black Alpha Cast every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, the reason why we have thousands of people, family, and we move as a family unit is because eventually, if we do this long enough, what we're eventually going to do is our words are going to go to the mainstream. We convene, we break it down, and then our words go all the way up to the top levels of American society. And then eventually they get told in a debate. And then one candidate uses what we said against the other candidate and ruins and destroys her in this debate. So it starts with FBA and the grassroots. It goes all the way up to the mainstream. And then we see candidates use it against each other. And therefore we make out as the winner. That's why we say what we say. And that's why we've been standing on this very, very, very certified business. I've got even more. We got receipts all the way across the board. Remember, tonight, Kamala Harris told us she don't know what we're talking about. Kamala Harris told us there ain't no immigrant problem. All the boule, they never talk about immigration. Watch this lady. NYC's migrant prepaid debit card program to be expanded. What? Expanded? Goddamn. So you're not just doing it, you're continuing to do it.
It's excellent that we could go out and buy fresh food. Julie Cifuentes is a mother of 3. She arrived 9 months ago and has been staying at the Anchor Hotel in Queens, where she says the food is not fresh, and many times she ends up buying food outside. The city is expanding a program providing migrant families with debit cards to buy food and baby essentials. About 3 months ago, the Adams administration started testing out the program with a small group of families with children staying at city-run shelters. It started at 3 hotels. About 3,000 people received the cards. Now 7,300 prepaid cards will be distributed. The program enables newly arriving families the ability to make choices for themselves and their children by using these cards, stating, quote, they can buy from local shops, support small businesses, and manage their own resources. When we empower people, we help them achieve self-sufficiency and access the American dream. And it's projected to save the city approximately.
Freeze. Have any of those things that you just heard been ever spoken to us, about us? Have you heard anybody say those things about Black Americans? All the American dream. Remember, she basically told us she wants to study reparations in the form of therapy. That's what she told us tonight, y'all. Study reparations in the form of therapy. When you hear the migrants, all I heard right there was money, 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 more goddamn money, and more money to people who are not even citizens of America. This is Kamala Harris's America.
$4 million on migrant spending by the end of this year alone. But not everyone is in favor of this program, saying migrants are living for free at the expense of New York taxpayers.
No. They're living free on the expense of our ancestors who built this country and us who are here currently, and them getting away with all of that. That's what's really going on out here in these goddamn streets, y'all. But as that's happening, I want y'all to see this. Check this out. This is the effect. I want y'all to see this, man. Really keen in on this. This is what the effects of immigration have. This is the world that Kamala Harris has already created and wants to continue. This is how migrants and immigrants being elevated above us affects us.
A migrant, okay, an immigrant, left a receipt in the store. And you know how I got the food stamp remaining balance at the bottom of the receipt, right? $13,500 with a $5,000 cash, Larry. Okay. Migrant, somebody that's not from this country. Now, you are a veteran and you've also served this country, correct?
Correct.
Now tell these fucking people, okay, after I just said they left the receipt with a $13,000 food stamp balance. Tell these people, as a veteran that served this country, right? Tell them how much food stamps you get in a month.
$23. $23.
23, not 2,300,
$23.
not 230. How much you getting in food stamps a month?
$23 a month.
$23 versus a person that's not even from this fucking country versus a person that did not serve this fucking country. $13,000 they said it was on that receipt.
$23.
And you fighting to get your what?
100.
Your 100% from the VA.
From the VA.
He can't even get it.
Right.
America, you should be ashamed of your
Right,
goddamn
from
self.
100%.
You should be ashamed of yourself. See if Kamala gonna fix that.
There you go, y'all. There it is. We ain't got to make it up. We ain't got to make it up. All we got to do is report it. We ain't got to make a damn thing up over here, family. That's what the Democrats do. They make things up. Certified Black Society, we don't. We call it for what it is. That's the reality. That's what she was laughing about tonight. That's what she was laughing about, making jokes about. What you mean? I ain't see that. That's what she was doing, y'all. This is what Kamala Harris was out here doing. She was out here and she was running that game on us when she was acting like she didn't see what we've been talking about. Hell to the no. We cannot have that out here, y'all. We cannot have that. I put this up earlier. Look at this sign. They've been posting all these signs lately. I don't know where this is, but somebody has this up. And I think they're being slick, but at the same time, watch it. It says on the top, blacks must sit at the back of the bus. Kamala's migrants sit in the front. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Look at that right there, family. Look at that right there. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I said, if you want to see what Kamala Harris America will look like, go outside and look around because she's the sitting vice president right now. You don't have to listen to her at the debate. You don't have to wait for her to put out her policies. All you got to do is look at what she's doing currently. And currently, Kamala Harris is out here selling folks this dream of there ain't no immigration problem. Everything is good. But when we look at Black Americans like that Black American veteran that we just saw, that don't look too sweet. That don't look too good. It goes to show you the reality of what the Democrats sell us and what we're really seeing is completely different. That part, that part, that part. Yep. We got any veterans in the house, y'all? I don't know if we got any veterans in the house, but let me tell you something, y'all. This is what they want to do to us. They want to take that and they want to completely hustle us and con us and push everything off that isn't what it really is. So certified salute if we got any veterans in the house because, you know, all of us as foundational Black Americans, we've been the ones building this country. We've been the ones really on the come up. We've been the ones really making things happen. So it's on us to make sure we represent it, man. And yes, I need y'all right now. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We still got 2.1 thousand people in here, and it is almost 1 in the goddamn morning on a weekday. Yes, family. Veteran, you a veteran? Certified salute. Okay, we got some vets. 10-year Navy vets. See you, Iron Will. All of you. I wish I could put them all up right now. Let me show y'all love, man. Y'all got to get y'all love. There you go. Certified salute. Certified salute. Certified salute. Certified salute to the family. Yeah. All the way. All the way, man. Much love and respect. Much love and respect, y'all. This is why we stand on lineage, y'all, because this is what they're trying to do. If I miss you, I apologize. If I miss you, I apologize. Yes. Certified salute to the whole family, though. Certified salute. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to, like I said, erase what we created, our contributions, and give it to migrants. And these folks, family, these folks been over here having spite, jealousy, envy, and vitriol for us. And at the same time, they think that they're going to take what we created and give it away to somebody else. Nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. And it's going to be us, family, that stands on all of the business. And that's just the way it's got to go down. That's the way it will go down. And we're going to continue to represent it. Now, back to Donald Trump. One of the major things that he did in this debate, y'all, one of the major things that he did, we have to see the way it's going down. But I want y'all to notice this. This is a focus group and a lot of things are coming out. And this is on CNN. This focus group of people that they started talking to, they started asking them about their lives. And now some of the words are coming in from this debate. And now we're starting to see how people really feel about things. The smoke is starting to go ahead and settle. So is the dust, y'all. Check this out right here. Fair use, by the way, fair use, fair use, fair use. Let me put this up real quick. Now we're starting to hear some real reactions from everybody on the way that debate went, and it's a landslide by what we said. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, news reporting. Fair use, YouTube, fair use. This is what we were saying. And all that stuff Kamala was talking about, look at that whole room full of W's. I think there might be one guy back here, okay? This is what we were saying. This is in Pennsylvania, a swing state. So in the swing state of Pennsylvania, after the debate, they sat down with a focus group to weigh in on the debate and listen to what the people are saying.
Did you see that brought you to a conclusion?
I think it's important to remember that we are voting for the leader of our country and not who we like the most or who we want in our wedding party, but who is actually going to make our country better. And we're in an incredibly unique situation where we've had both of the candidates in office before, and we've gotten to see what they would do. And when facts come to facts, my life was better when Trump was in office. The economy was higher, inflation was lower, things were better overall. And now with Kamala's administration, things haven't been so fantastic. And she's saying she can fix the problems that her administration has caused, but I just don't know if I can afford to take that risk.
Whoa! Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Hold up. Freeze. That's a W woman, though. I thought Kamala was on some W woman stuff. I mean, she go home to a W man and got 2 W kids. It looked like it's starting to spin. But guess what? What did this Karen say that we ain't been saying? We've had a long enough time to look completely at both sides. We see Donald Trump's America. We see Kamala Harris's America. And look right there, y'all. It shows you the same thing we've been saying. One more time. Fair use.
What did you see that brought you to a conclusion?
I think it's important to remember that we are voting for the leader of our country and not who we like the most or who we want in our wedding party, but who is actually going to make our country better. And we're in an incredibly unique situation where we've had both of the candidates in office before, and we've gotten to see what they would do. And when facts come to facts, my life was better when Trump was in office. The economy was higher, inflation was lower, things were better overall. And now with Kamala's administration, things haven't been so fantastic. And she's saying she can fix the problems that her administration has caused, but I just don't know if I can afford to take that risk.
Damn. Can't afford to take that risk. Ain't too goddamn good. Well, that's what it is. That's what it is. Sorry. So we see, again, everything is starting to come out now. Everything is starting to come out now. Now we're starting to really see it. The boule can't spin it, y'all. They really can't. I mean, if you really look right now, you don't hear the typical boule folks out there trying to make up headlines. You're just not seeing it right now. You're not really seeing it. The headlines aren't really there. Everything that they've been saying, you ain't really heard it. Typically, after these debates, remember, after the Joe Biden debate, the black-faced Democrats were saying that was the best debate ever. The whole damn world said it was terrible. Joe Biden dropped out a month later. After Joe Biden's State of the Union address, the black Democrats said it was the best State of the Union address ever, and it was Biden at his best. Biden's poll numbers went down the next day. So when the boule right now on social media all across America, the whole world seems awake right now, family. It seems like everybody in America is awake. Everybody across the whole planet is awake. It feels right now like it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody, social media is blowing up because everybody's talking about that debate. Everybody's talking about the presidential election, and most people are talking about Donald Trump cooking Kamala Harris. That's what we're seeing. And the fact that you don't see the black-faced Democrats and you don't see all of the boule controlling the narrative, that means there's no narrative to control. That means that Donald Trump's victory was so decisive and so clean and so clear that not even the boule can spin it. And when they can't spin it, they go out of business. And foundational Black American Certified Black Society, we pop in our collar and we laughing. That's the way it's always supposed to be. Check it out even further. This is what we're seeing far more than any boule talk. You're not seeing boule, but you're seeing people saying this. Everybody said, they said he ate right here.
14 or 15 different policies, like She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please.
Sorry, family. I just had to. She thought she was going to cackle her way out of that one, did she? Did she? Ain't nobody out here talking about how great she did. Nobody. Hell no. I see that Roland Martin comment too. You ain't lying. Rainbow Martin, he know what he doing. That part right there. Everybody's talking about Donald Trump saying Joe Biden don't know if he alive. Kamala Harris has opened up the borders and him telling her, I'm talking.
14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please.
Checkmate. That right there was pretty much the debate in a nutshell. That was it, and we all see it. But, family, I told you I was going to bring some people up. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm going to, talk to the family, y'all. I'm going to put this link right here in the chat. I'm going to talk to the family. I want to hear what you guys got to say. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go there. But before we do go there, groundbreaking, record-breaking, earth-shattering. This is the Black Alpha Network. Yes, indeed. We are representing Certified Black Society. And like we say, it's USA versus all y'all. That part. So if they don't like it, they better love it because they know they can never, ever check the type of energy that we on, family. That's the way we pushing. I want everybody. We got almost about 2.2 thousand people in here. And I need all 2.2 thousand people to subscribe. If you ain't subscribed already, you don't know what you're missing. We go live every single Tuesday. We bring facts. This is the Black grassroots, and this is just the American grassroots. And we represent every piece of concrete in this country. When I was in Washington, D.C., and I gave my epic speech at the Rally for Reparations, Certified Salute, the biggest thing I said is that there'd be no USA without FBA. Y'all remember when I said that, right? Well, I'm going to continue to stand on that and stand on this business, and I need everybody to subscribe because we all together are the Black Alpha Network, and we all go to work. So whether that's the Midwest, that's down south, that's the East Coast, that's the West Coast, or anywhere where we are there and we dominate. So in this election, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and the whole goddamn world, our talking points, our statements, our facts are what dominates. And apparently, it done got so high that Donald Trump, he dominated Kamala Harris with his words, and he dominated her with our words, but we dominate the whole political atmosphere because no longer are we on that old time. We on that real time. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Let's go. Here we go. I'm going to bring some people up, y'all. We're going to chop it up. I need the family. I want to see what's going on. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love and respect. Much love, man. FBA all day. Certified, certified, certified. One rule, though. I'm going to bring people up. You got to watch your language. Watch your language. I want to hear what the family got to say. No cursing. No cursing. If anybody's cursing, I'm going to drop you. No cursing at all. No cursing at all. Nothing vulgar at all. And we got to make it quick because I want to have a bunch of people come up and speak. You don't have to have your camera on. You can have your camera on or whatever. It don't matter how you do it. We are a family, y'all. We are family. So let's keep it positive. No cursing. I know you want to regulate, but just, keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we do. We can win, but we win in style. We win in fashion. So I need the family. Anybody who wants to come on up. Come on up. I just put the link in the chat. There they go. There they go. There they go. There they go. And chop it up with Black Alpha, y'all. Chop it up with Black Alpha. We are here live. Anybody who wants to come on up, you can come on up. We can chop it up. We're going to continue to roast, though. We're going to continue to break down these facts as everything rolls in. Yes, indeed. All fire. That's the biggest comment I ever seen. That's what I'm talking about, though. All fire, family. FBA Arizona, certified salute to you. Certified salute to you. Matter of fact, while we here and we working, we need to go ahead and break it all the way down. We need to break it all the way down. All right, okay, we got a first person on up here. Go ahead. We're going to bring you on up. All right, and we're going to chop it up. All right, how's it going? How'd you feel about the debate?
Hey, shalom to you, brother. I got to give you your flowers. You represent every Tuesday, sometimes on Sunday and Friday too. And whenever you have your spaces on X, I'm up under a different pseudonym there. But you're always on that hot fire. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to try to watch my language. If you hear me say mother, I'm going to say mother grabber, or something like that. But hey, look here. But speaking of that debate, Kamala Harris got cooked, bro. I mean, there was no way, there was no escape that Trump left for her. And when it came to, I left it in the comments, but when it came to that part where the ABC Nightline dude, Michael, whatever his name is, brought up the whole racial thing, that was a master play that Trump pulled when he said, "I don't know, I don't care. If she like it, I like it." Because what you said, they were trying to bait him into that so she could try to fall into that ski wee sister girl Southern accent. You better be thankful type of thing. And Donald Trump, he cut that off at the head. So yeah, Kamala got whooped probably worse than Joe Biden did. And as far as getting a go round, a second chance, Trump will probably honor that if it could be on his terms, which what you said would be on Fox, and she's going to be thoroughly cooked. And I'm just going to make a prediction. I'm nobody, but I'm going to make a prediction that 11/5 will be the DNC's DEATH day. So get your eulogies ready. Let's all come up with some money to pay for a 25-cent obituary for the Democratic Party because they're through that cook, man. I land there, bro.
Certified salute, brother. Stay safe, family. All day, man. All day. Much respect, man. Much respect to the bro. Much respect, family. All right, we got another brother up on here, man. Here we go. Let me pull you. Oh, where we at? Where we at? They load you up. Hold on. Hold on now. Where is it at now? Hold on. I'm gonna add you up, brother. It's acting real funny style. It says that you there. Okay, I cannot. Hold on, family. Hold on. I got you. Here we go. There we go. I don't know what it's doing
what's going
over
on,
here,
brother?
Man, I'm all good, man. Certified salute. How you feeling, family?
Hey, brother, I'm good, man. Just saw that debacle of a debate. Saw your girl Kamala, who's about to see through as the glass on your window in your car. And I basically what I saw is it seems like the moderators were softballing and kind of coaching her along as she was speaking during that debate. It was weird, and the male moderator was real sassy and real kind of condescending with the way he was dealing with Trump. And what I believe is this, brother. I believe that she was trying to bait Trump into losing his cool and straying away from his message. And what he did, and don't get me wrong, brother, neither one of them are talking about tangibles for us. But what I will say about Trump is Trump brought up jobs being taken away from black people by these illegal immigrants. So if I can't salute him for anything else, I would definitely salute him for that. He has the courage to speak up and even mention us. The Democrats are so used to that benign neglect to where they don't even bring us up, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like taboo to even speak black. But at least Trump has the guts and the fortitude to say, you know what? Things are being taken away from these people as black people. And you know what I'm saying? It's not right. I don't agree with it. So it's just like this, brother. It's just about, I'm sorry about that, brother. There's some things going on in the background, so please forgive my my stutter.
You with family right now, man. Go ahead, brother. You with family. Go ahead.
But what troubles me is I went on Facebook just for a second. I went on Fraud Book, and I'm seeing a lot of brothers and sisters kind of going with the sister girl routine and kind of celebrating like, oh, Trump looked like this and like that. And I'm like, how could you live the way we live and see people coming in getting tangibles that belong to us, foundational black Americans who fought in every conflict this country has been in since its inception? And you seeing people who are not citizens getting our tangibles and you still going with the sister girl act. It's like pure insanity to me, brother. It truly is. And I mean, I don't understand personally how you could go and get a bag of chips for your child and pay $6 for a bag of chips for your child, and still. And I have 3 children, brother, and 2 grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently fighting colon cancer. You know what I'm saying? And I have private insurance. You know what I'm saying? I got Kaiser. So if you're looking at her policies and or what could be perceived as her policies, and still have anything as a black American to try to support her, then it's insanity. And we will continue to get benign neglect as long as we continue to follow this mindless vote for the blue no matter what type of mentality, brother, we're going to lose as a people. Tariq speaks on this all the time. Brother Reza is on Corey Holcomb right now speaking on it. It's like we have to wake up at some point and say, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity. And that's what we have been doing as a people, unfortunately, going with these Democrats who have openly told us, we do not plan on doing anything for you, period. So it's not like they're even selling us. I mean, it's like we're tricks and we're not even really good tricks. You know what I'm saying? Because we're giving it away for free. You know what I'm saying? Like we're giving away our vote and we're getting nothing in return. It's absolute insanity, brother. I mean, it truly is. And as a foundational Black American, I'm trying to use, you know what I'm saying, pure language because I don't want any demonetization of your channel or whatnot. But I'm insulted, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like my roots come in this country. My mama's roots, her mama's roots, her mama's roots. 5, 6, 7 generations, maybe more. I got to about 1860. Then I lost track. But as the foundation of this country, to see people step in over our bodies literally and get business loans, home loans, get EBT cards, Section 8, everything, you know what I'm saying, that's draining the resources from us. And then have brothers and sisters kind of dancing around like, oh, you should have seen Kamala. She was this and that, and Trump was stuttering. I'm like, what? I don't understand the logic, brother. I mean, maybe I'm the old nigga in the room. Please excuse the terminology, but I don't understand the logic of what these people are thinking, brother. I mean, maybe you can enlighten me.
No, man, you the smart one in the room, brother. You know what they're trying to do right now? They're desperate and they're trying to force it. You know, win, lose, or draw, they were going to try to sister girl and create that narrative. Typically, it kind of works for them, but right now the desperation is so high because it's so obvious and clear that she really got embarrassed and stripped down on national television. So now they're trying to really force it hard, but the more they force it, the more desperate they become, brother. But I got to get to some more callers, brother. But listen, man.
Certified salute, brother. Blessing to you.
Certified salute. Hey, tap in with me, brother. Stay locked in, man. Much love and respect to you, brother. All right, family. Much love and respect to that brother, man. Much love and respect. Much love and respect. Yes, indeed. All right. Okay. Let me pull up some more. We got some more people up in here. Let's see. We're going to break it all the way down, y'all. All right. We got to, remember, everybody, keep it clean. No curse words. Keep it clean. We got to make it brief, though. We got to roll through it because we got a bunch of people on here, man. And it is late, and I don't want to keep nobody up. So, okay, let's go. All right. We have our sister Shelly. I think it's Shelly, right?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I hear you fine, sister. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me up. I don't have that much to say. I just want to say that I feel like Kamala embarrassed herself.
Right. Why you feel she embarrassed herself? Like, what do you think she did that made her, so embarrassed? Like, what do you think really occurred? What mistakes did she make?
I feel like honestly, I was speaking to my husband about this, and he was saying that he feels like she completed her objective. She completed her objective, which was to get up there and basically, do what she did in the debate rehearsals. And I feel like she accomplished that. But as far as everything else, I just feel like she insulted the American people because she's in the White House right now and she's basically just trying to tell us forget everything that we're going through right now and put her in the White House. And it's like, how do you expect us to trust that you're going to do anything to improve our situation when you're not doing that right now? So, I just feel like anybody who's going to vote for her, they want to be lied to. And I guess they're satisfied with what they're going through right now. But as far as many people who are not falling for the Democratic tactics, as far as them wanting us to believe that we're not living the reality that we're currently living, I just think it's disrespectful. And I feel like it was embarrassing for her to try to make it appear that she's going to do anything better than what's being done right now, when she hasn't taken any action to actually improve anything while she's part of an active administration. So I don't really feel like anybody won the debate, but I feel like there were several times that Trump embarrassed her and that she embarrassed herself. And at this point, especially if you're a Black person and you're even supporting the Democrats, I personally just feel like there's something wrong with you. And I'll land there because I know you have to bring other people up, but I think people need to understand that if Kamala gets into the White House, I personally feel like that's going to be the end of America as we know it. And I think that this should be a common sense election where people need to look at their circumstances and make the decisions that are going to benefit them. And I just don't feel like that's going to happen with Kamala Harris as president. But thank you for bringing me up.
Thank you, my sister. Much love and respect. Much love and respect. Certified salute. Our sister made a real good point right there. They're telling us that we're not living our reality. And I think that's the thing that's really harming the Democrats the most is they've been so used to telling Black people the fantasy over the reality that we've all seen. So they'll basically just tell us things. And they've been doing that for 60 years. They've been inserting liberal thoughts into Black people with no receipts or no evidence. Now, since we in this generation, the lineage generation, the foundational generation, the certified generation, the reparations generation, now we're saying your words and your actions aren't adding up. The fantasy and the reality aren't kicking in. So we've removed the fantasy and we moved into the reality world. And the Democrats don't know how to exist in a world where you have to literally say things that are true. And you have to say things and do things that are tangible. The tangibles we talk about, the Democrats can't really stand on. And we're seeing them now suffer because you can't just talk that talk. You got to walk that walk. And it's all us for putting the pressure on them and putting their feet to the fire and making them show things that they've been speaking about. Much love and respect. All right. We're going to keep it pushing, let's see if we can keep it to like 2 minutes, everybody. 2 minutes because the queue is loaded up. And like I said, I don't want to keep everybody up because it's Tuesday. I appreciate everybody spending their time with me, though. Certified salute to the whole family, though. Certified salute, family. What you think about the debate tonight?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. How you?
I'm good. I want to say when she you notice that she didn't respond at all when they asked her about her race, she went on to a rant. That's number one. Right. Number two, when they brought up the Central Park 5, I was in the background like get her because you know that was the Democratic Party that prosecuted them boys in the DA that was all the Democratic Party. Okay, all he did was write an article because they confessed, as he said, as you heard him say when he was on the debate stage. So I was kind of like, why he didn't heat her up with that. And last but not least, neither of those people, none of them mentioned policy at all on either side. And that's very important. But what Donald Trump did, he did offer us one thing. Well, he didn't, or that's a part of his policy is to get rid of immigration. And that's the number one crisis in America. So, I mean, I was going to sit on the couch, but my new policy is vote against blue no matter who. You ain't got to vote for Donald Trump, but we voting against blue no matter who. And I'm going to land right there. Peace and reparations, my brother.
Certified salute. Big facts. Yeah, big facts. Brother was saying some real talk. That was Democrats. With the whole Central Park 5. Yes, it was. And that's another thing that we've made them have to live in reality. They sold us, and it was the evil Republicans, and it was Donald Trump. And we've told them, no, those were the Democrats who did it. This is the era where we're making them live in reality. And it is clear now that when you force the Democrats to have to live in reality and they can't just lie with fantasies, they're done. So that's a good point. And I'm really feeling the vote against blue no matter who. I'm loving that vibe. Okay. Vote couch, like I tell people, vote couch harms the Democrats. Vote blue or vote against blue no matter who. That really harms the Democrats. And those are two options. There's only three options. And if we have two of them that work in our favor, perfect. Let's keep it going. Y'all. Much love, man. Y'all on fire tonight. The whole chat is on fire. If this is your first time on the Black Alpha Network, let me tell you this, and I say this with conviction, wholeheartedly. Nobody's got a better chat than us. When I say us, I mean all of us. The chat is very, very official. up in here right now, I don't care who they are. If anybody gets out of topic, out of line with us, come to the Black Alpha Network live chat, and they be handing out some serious work. Yes, indeed. The live chat every Tuesday and Fridays as well. This is the best chat on all of the internet. So I send a certified salute to all of my subscribers, and the chat is where it's at. And if somebody crosses our lineage, you're going to have to deal with the chat. They going to get you. Yes, indeed. Let's keep it pushing, family, all day. Certified salute, family. How you feel about the debate tonight?
I'm on Trump 100 all the way. And I got a great point to bring up, right? Is that, and this hasn't been talked about yet, is that the food stamp stuff, all right? They're talking about giving out $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year, all right? We can't even make that much and get food stamps. As any American citizen that get food stamps cannot make $60,000 a year and get them. And they're giving them out to them. They're giving out $13,000 or $14,000 a month in food stamps. That's $499 a day. What? That's crazy. What they ain't talking about is that if they we have to vote Trump. All right, even if you don't like him, you got to vote for him. And here's the reason why. They are purchasing these immigrants' votes. All right, even if Kamala loses right now and Trump gets, and if Trump don't do nothing about these immigrants and get them out, the Democrat Party just got 11 million votes. Those guys, those immigrants are going to vote for whoever's lining their pockets. All right, they're securing future votes, and 11 million of them. That's outrageous. That's outrageous. We have to vote Trump because Trump's going to get them guys out of here. We cannot let the Democratic Party secure 11 million votes. That's outrageous. You know what I mean? And nobody's talking about that. They're securing that for future, you know, for future votes, man. And I want people to understand that's, you know, Trump was.
That sounds like
Trump was talking
about
like
the Democrats project. Sounds like Project 2025 for the Democrats, don't it? Sound like they got them a project 55, 45, 35. Sound like Democrats got their little project for the future too, don't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's why Trump's talking about getting the largest deportation act in American history. We have to. He sees what they're doing. They're trying to secure future votes. 11 million people. Trump was talking about 11,000 down in Georgia. He was worried about 11,000 votes. Imagine 11 million. Well, the Republican Party is over. We'll never be able to beat that. We'd have to have deportation. We'd have to have, immigrants come in on our own behalf and line their pockets. This is insane. And people need to understand, no matter what, vote Trump. He's going to get those 11 million votes out of the country, and we're going to be back to Americans being able to go to the voting polls and vote on American issues. Flat out. I just wanted to say that because I never heard anybody speak on it yet, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is my first time on the Alpha Black channel, right? Black Alpha channel, and I subscribed tonight, and I'm gonna stay on this channel, man.
Appreciate you, man. Certified salute. Appreciate that. Good info. Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Brother made good point. That's what we've been talking about. Good point. Matter of fact, he brought up something. Let me show y'all this real quick. We got a couple more people in the queue. We're going to get to it. Good point. And this is what we've been saying right here on the Black Alpha Network. The Democrats have a project 35, 2035, 45, 55, and it's called millions of illegals that they've been bringing here to vote. Yes, that's what they've been on. So it's a good point in which we've been bringing this up right here on the Black Alpha Network for a long time. They have a plan to bring in all of these people for votes and just even for social purposes, because these people are going to come to America and they're going to fall in line with the Democratic Party. And when they fall in line with the Democratic Party, next thing you know, they're going to be coming down on us. It all starts right now. We're in the early stages of their project. Like I said, forget Project 2025 with Trump. The Democrats have Project 35, 45, 55, and it's called 22, 42, 52 million illegals. We've seen what they've done with illegals in the last 3 years, okay? You're talking about on the books, 11 million illegals in 3 years. What happens when, say, Kamala Harris wins, and then she gives you 4 years? And remember, if Kamala Harris wins, she can technically go for 2 terms. She's the vice president. Trump would have only been able to win this one, or not Trump, excuse me, Biden would have won this one and gone. Kamala can go for the next 2 elections. So now you're talking about 22 million illegals, really, and then another 22 million for her 2 terms. And then let's just say Gavin Newsom's ready. Are you really ready for 3 terms of Democratic open border policies? Black Americans cannot sustain that. That's what Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about years ago. And that is the Democrats' Project 2055. And if you want to know right now, go Google the population, the projected population of the United States of America in 2055, 2060. And that is what the Democrats are planning to do. Speaking of that, let me show y'all this real quick. I got to show y'all this. I put this up. This just happened this week. Democrats, this is 2 months before the election. Democrats threaten to shut down the government to stop ban on non-citizens voting. Yes, we've all been saying all that voter rights stuff, that ain't about black people. Black folks have been able to have voter rights for years, family, for years. The voter rights stuff is trying to get black folks to make it capable for illegals to vote. All that stuff, y'all, they trying to suppress your vote. All Roland Martin, that's all they talk about. We talk reparations, they talking about voter rights. We talking about a hate crime bill, they talking voter rights. Notice Roland Martin, he don't want an anti-black American hate crime bill, but he fights for voter rights. He doesn't want reparations, but he fights for voter rights. He doesn't even talk about immigration, but he talks about voter rights. You know why? Because voter rights isn't for us. Voter rights is using us to get illegals to vote, training your replacements. And the Democrats are saying they're willing to shut down the government because they're trying to do something called the SAVE Act, okay? Check this out. Rick Scott announced that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is blocking a vote on a bill that will require proof of citizenship to vote in U.S. elections. Scott further stated that if the government shut down as a result, the responsibility will fall squarely on Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer, remember, the guy who threw a strange and deranged press conference on a Wednesday at 11 o'clock and said that we need 20 million illegals because we can't sustain the population. Yeah, when they do that, when they throw press conferences on a random Wednesday and saying, dog whistle, we need all y'all to come to America. Because remember, open borders is a dog whistle to the world. Soon as Joe Biden and Kamala Harris started talking about open borders, everybody showed up. They're literally at the borders chanting Biden, and they're chanting Kamala now. So this is what they're doing. The Democrats are trying to pass a law that allows illegals to vote, and they're doing it right now. And the Republicans are trying to stop it. They just voted on it, and every Democrat except for like 2 or 3 of them voted against it. That is what our brother was just talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right now. And that is the Democrats' Project 2065. Yes, indeed. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Certified salute, family. How'd you feel about the debate? Here for a second. Go ahead. It's on you. All right. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Now, this right here. Okay. Here we go. All right. I think it's Tammy. Certified salute. How'd you feel about the debate?
Good evening and B1, brother. The debate was kind of interesting to me only because I was waiting for her to see if she would answer the question if she was black or not. And the reason why is because I am B1 first, but I am, not an immigrant, not a migrant. My family came here, did all the right things. We are legally here. I've been here since I was 4. And to me, that was an important question because I feel like if you are not a Black American, a Black foundational American, you shouldn't be in charge of anything, or even you might as well just mind your business at that point. Right. My husband is a Black foundational American. They're Gullah Geechee, straight from North Carolina. And my children are half foundational Black Americans. So her either admitting it or not admitting it would have made me a little, I was going to vote couch anyway. We're voting couch because at this point, they're not offering anything that's going to benefit my husband, his family, or my children later on. So we were going to vote couch, but I just wanted to see if she was really going to admit to her race. And being from a Caribbean country, Guyana, those people are called Coolie people. So she's a West Indian and an East Indian. She is an Indian and an Indian. And what really upsets me about my people is and makes me ashamed, kinda. Well, makes me ashamed. I'm not even going to say kinda. I'm ashamed because they act like coolie people in Guyana are not the white supremacists of Guyana. They're not the white supremacists of Trinidad. They're not the white supremacists of a lot of these Caribbean countries. And they treat you different. They treat you nasty. I have family members that have married into those families, and their families will disown you. My grandfather on my father's side, he's from India. And when he married my grandmother, African Caribbean, straight African Caribbean, nappy hair, very dark skin, everything, his family disowned him. So I wanted to see if she would really either admit it or deny it. And when she didn't, it made me feel like the pandering is just getting out of control now. They tricked us with Barack. You know, I didn't vote then neither, but I was kind of happy. I was like, yeah, you know, first black man, that's great. America's taking a step forward. But he came in and he didn't do anything to protect no one our color. And because I am married to a foundational Black American, I do have foundational Black American children, this issue really is close to home to me because I still have to think about my kids' future. I do need a anti-Black, you know, discrimination violence act for my sons, because my sons have to walk around in the street. My husband has to walk around in these streets. My father-in-law, all of my husband's cousins, his family, even my family. Because to be honest, if they don't see like your hair, like how you guys say, like you could see your Caribbean or you hear your accent, you're still Black. And that's what makes me mad about tethers, because I am not a tether. I support reparations. I think that foundational Black Americans deserve it, because if it wasn't for you guys, my family couldn't have came over here. I couldn't have got the education that I got. I couldn't have, you know, married the man that I love and been with for 23 years and have my children and build a foundation here. So you guys deserve that. Y'all stand up. Yeah, we flee. Our country is disgusting. I went back a couple of years ago. They're still using outhouses and fetching water to flush toilets. So for you to come over here and act like you're better than, or, you know, play like you're so uppity and knowing where you come from is very disingenuous to me. Not only that, but I also, I'm sorry about my voice. I'm getting over a cold. But not only that, I just feel like at the end of the day, the tethers are caping for her so hard, not because she's going to be the first Black woman president, because she's not Black. If she was Black, it's easy to prove if you have Black in your family. I have pictures of my grandparents. I have pictures of cousins, uncles, relatives on both sides that you can see that we are Afro-Caribbean. We have that melanin in us. You can't even show us a picture. So these tethers are not happy because she's going to be the first Black woman president. They're happy because she's going to be the first Caribbean woman president of the United States, which I feel is very wrong. Because if you are not from here, or you are not embodied in, well, not even that, because I'm embodied in it, and I don't feel I have the right to tell you guys anything. I don't have the right to make a decision off of that, even though I've been here since I was 4 and I've been in the culture, and I am more American than I ever am Caribbean. But I don't have the right to do that. So how do I trust you with my husband's life? How do I trust you with my children's life? They talk all this pro-women things. You don't have no kids. You don't have no Black kids. You do not have a Black man. You was not raised in a Black household. So how can you tell Black people what's good for them? How can you really understand? I mean, yeah, Trump's white. He can't understand neither, but at least he understands the fact of, yes, these immigrants are coming in and they're taking Black jobs. My son is 19. He can't go to work.
I gotta have you wrap it up, sister. I got a bunch of people in the queue.
I'm sorry. All right, well, I'll just land my plane there, but I just had a lot of things to say, but I appreciate you. That's okay. And thank you for letting me up.
Much respect. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't already, my sister. Certified salute.
I did already. Thank you.
All right, much love. All right, looks like, you know what I'm saying, some people from, you know, Kamala Harris way ain't rocking with Kamala neither. Okay, so Kamala's just not really getting no love tonight. All right. Certified salute, fam. How'd you feel about the debate?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. I'll make this really quick. So I'm definitely supporting Trump, but I wanted to
Hold
touch
on,
point
wait.
on something is
Wait,
that in the
wait.
first,
Where you from?
I'm from Seattle.
No, I'm saying like your ethnicity, like are you, like your race. Like,
Oh,
you don't sound,
my parents are from Jamaica.
you okay? So okay, you're Jamaican descent. Okay.
Yeah, I was born in the U.S., but my parents are from Jamaica, both of them.
Okay.
New York.
All right, go ahead. Tell me how you feel about the debate tonight.
So what I was thinking was, I looked at just looking at the first question when they talked about the economy, and one of the points they talked about was, how are people's lives better? Was it better then or was it better now? The question where she completely ignored that and talked about her own childhood. Now, there's something Trump said when he said immigrants are taking jobs that are occupied by blacks. When you look at Kamala Harris's body language, anytime you speak about blacks, especially in this particular moment, you can see that she's uncomfortable about it. She doesn't like to talk about blacks. And I noticed that this is a theme between her speaking in about the black population of America when it comes to her doing interviews, when it comes to her doing debates, when it comes to her policies. And I wonder, why is this the case? But with that being said, I believe that she's using black culture and what it is now in the modern state, pop culture, as a springboard to obviously, promote her campaign. And after that, she's going to forget about blacks. Now, there's a lot of blacks that are being under that believe that, hey, we're being replaced by this new group of people because blacks have always been what has been considered a dependable group to pander to for easy votes for Democrats. Now that that's changing, many other things seem to be changing with that. Now, blacks want to escape this idea of the welfare mindset. I don't believe that Democrats like that concept, because this is my personal belief, is that they want government to replace fathers. They want government to replace the household. They want governments to replace God. Now, why is it that my next question is, why is it that it seems that Trump is way more comfortable speaking about Black Americans? He brings up Black Americans more than Harris has. In any event where you talk to her about it, she will shy away from the question. Now, my last point before I hang up here is that I think at the end of the debate, what this comes down to is that she really depended on emotion and feeling, like a pathos argument, where I think that Trump was more about logic and reasoning, like logos. And I think maybe the initial takeaway for some people in the emotional, feelings, they would say, oh, I feel like Kamala did such a great job. But I believe that in the long run, when people, especially when they revisit the footage, they will see that Trump had much more content. And with that being said, and I'll close out also, I think Trump's closing statements really saved the audience from being lulled away by her emotional dream that she's selling when he talked about why isn't she doing it now. And that's all I have to say.
Much respect, much respect, much respect, much respect. Make sure you subscribe if you ain't already. All right. Yes, indeed. Family, this is what it come down to. This is what it come down to. Kamala ain't getting no love nowhere. Like all of that stuff we're seeing, family, was absolutely fabricated. It was all one big lie. Nobody's rocking with her. She has no base. And tonight, really, family, was just further exposure of the fraudulent campaign that she's always been on. And a lot of people have been out here talking about Kamala Harris in terms of, they say that, she's, first off, she's not Black American, and they get mad at us. But really, when you start examining things about like Jamaica, what you come to find out is where her at in Jamaica, where are all Jamaicans throwing parades for her? Where they talk about her all the time and about Jamaica this and Jamaica that and all this. Where are her people? Because what I'm seeing, a lot of folks of Indian descent, they don't rock with Kamala Harris. And then you're also seeing a lot of folks of Jamaican descent, they don't rock with Kamala Harris. So there's a term we like to use right here on the Black Alpha Network, and that term is racially homeless. All right. And when somebody ends up racially homeless, 9 times out of 10, that means that individual has been running around here on both sides. Like, take Drake. Have y'all seen Drake lately? Where Drake been lately? You ain't seen Drake running around, have you? Okay? Because Drake is racially homeless. Anytime people cosplay and they jump from this community to that community, when we get rid of you, everybody else is going to try to get rid of you because they looking at you like, well, if the blacks ain't rocking with you, then you ain't certified no way. So right now, she's really in a racially homeless place. And I'm going to get to my next speaker right here. But before I do, I want to show y'all this. This is what people are talking about with Kamala Harris in Jamaica. It don't look too good.
Hear them say Kamala, Jamaica.
Kamala who?
They mean by
Kamala is Jamaican. Me more Jamaican than her. She can't come. No, you
level of support and love, and I really count down because over 5 million views on TikTok.
If me hear them say Kamala, Jamaica.
Kamala who?
They mean by
Kamala is Jamaican. Me more Jamaican than her. She can't come. No, you know.
Kamala, cancel your trip to Jamaica because you ain't going to have the same look like Obama. You better cancel your trip because you ain't going to turn no president if you go down to Jamaica and get no standing ovation like when Obama went to.
Kamala is Jamaican. Me more Jamaican than her.
She said, I'm more Jamaican than her. She said, Kamala who? One more time.
She can't come.
It's on TikTok.
Her. She can't come.
They mean
Kamala who? Kamala who? Kamala who?
They mean by
Kamala is Jamaican. Me more Jamaican than her. She can't come. No, you know.
Kamala, cancel your trip to Jamaica because you ain't going to have the same look like Obama. You better cancel your trip because you ain't going to turn no president if you go down to Jamaica and get no standing ovation like when Obama went to Jamaica and said, "Wagwan, Jamaica." Yeah, man.
He said, Kamala, cancel your trip to Jamaica because you ain't getting no love. So Jamaica ain't rocking with you because in Jamaica, you know, you're part of the whole caste system over there anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of all of that, you ain't seeing no love from the Indian folks because you've been acting like you black, and that's the cardinal sin over there. So really, when you examine it, ain't nobody rocking with you, point blank. Now, with all of that out the way, I know this person right here. This is family right here, y'all. And you know I had to save my favorite for last, man. My good sister, certified salute to you, my sister. This family, y'all. How you doing, sister?
Hi, how are you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Good, enjoying this. Yeah, you sound great. You sound great. Enjoying all this, you know what I'm saying, foundational Black American energy, sister.
Okay, good, good. Let me just start off with congratulating you for getting over 2,000 views. So I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you.
Thank you so much. This is my day one, y'all. When I had like 3 people in the chat, she was one of those 3. So
yes.
Thank you very much, my sister. How'd you feel about the debate? I know you got something on your mind. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you cook.
I do. I'm trying to kind of dwindle it down in my mind because I'm gonna stick to that 2-minute rule. So one thing I will say is that I kind of wish that, well, let me start with how Kamala Harris came out. I will say this, Kamala Harris, she was stronger than I thought she was going to be. I'll give her that because I thought she was going to be a whole mess. But she came out, and I gave her credit for coming out. She walked out strong. She went right up to Trump and shook his hand. And some people thought, I thought that was weak. I thought that was whatever. But I thought that showed some strength when she walked, because Trump just went to his podium. She walked up to him, shook his hand, Kamala Harris. So I'll give her that. She came out stronger than I thought she would. She didn't seem very scared or hesitant. I thought she was going to be a lot more meepish than she was, because she hasn't had any practice. But I'll give her that. She came stronger than I thought she would. But it was a lot of laying it on thick. It was a lot of filibustering and, you know, all of that. I just wish that Trump had have made his points. I wish he had been stronger with his points. Like, for instance, when Kamala Harris was talking about the abortion thing, and I've protected women I fought for women who were victimized, and I would have wanted Trump to say something like, okay, well, what about the Black women that you victimized in California for locking them up for truancy? Like the one young lady who her daughter is sick and in the hospital, and you locked the mother up because the child couldn't attend school because she had sickle cell, or homeless Black mothers. What about the women that you victimized, Kamala? The Black people you locked up unjustly and falsely. I needed him to make, he was right in what he said, but he needed to really make his points stronger. To me, that's one thing I was disappointed in. The whole thing with them, well, you're a Marxist, and, you know, it was Trump being Trump. But one thing I will give him, and he did this with Biden, he did this with Jim Crow as well. He hit her over the head with immigration, as he well should. And that's the same thing he did to Joe Biden. I didn't care what the question was about. He hit him when he debated him, Jim Crow, and her hit, I don't care what the question is about, hit him over the head with immigration. So that was great. That was good. But I needed him to kind of drill in. And I don't like when she talked about when she said that thing about the soldiers, when she was saying that, oh, well, he hates our soldiers or our veterans or whatever. You didn't even go and visit the 13 that were killed in Afghanistan over the Biden administration. The Biden administration was the one that flubbed Afghanistan. You flubbed it. You left people to die in Afghanistan under your, I needed Trump to say this, what I'm saying. Under your administration, you flubbed it. You left Americans to end up getting killed. You're saying that I hate soldiers, veterans, and everything. You left them to die. And at least I went to see the families. I went to see the families on the birthday, on the birthday, the anniversary of their deaths. I went, and the families, even the family said it was good, it was great. He came. They said that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden never even called them. They never even called them. They never even showed up. They didn't show up, and then they didn't call them. And then she has the nerve to say something about Trump. At least he came. At least he showed up. You didn't even show up, and you didn't even call those people. I needed Trump to be specific. Like, he had so much that he could have just dropped haymakers on her, and he didn't do it. But I guess the way that he handled it, no one could say, oh, he bullied her, he beat her up, and no one can say that he bullied her. So that's fine. But I just wish he had been more, really hit her on those specific points. And I'll leave this, and I'll leave you with this one point. When you were talking about the polls in your post debate, talking about the polls. Now, we do remember 2016 when Hillary Clinton, she led in every poll except for Rasmussen, and I'll never forget it. She led Trump by at least 5 points in every poll except for Rasmussen, because Rasmussen is kind of a conservative poll. All the way until Election Day, she was ahead in the polls. And we see how we see how I did it for Hillary Clinton. So all that being ahead in the polls, don't let it fool you.
Good point. Good point, sister. So are you vote couch or vote against blue no matter who? Where you at?
I'm going to say I'm not voting for Kamala Harris. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because I think it was Dr. Claude Anderson that said, don't tell anyone who you're voting for until after the election. So I've been trying to stick to that. It's very difficult. It's extremely difficult. So I feel like I kind of sort of am saying I'm on board by saying, I'm not voting for it, but that's what Dr. Claude Anderson says. So now, and I may not even say for sure even after the election. So
that's a chess player right there. That's the chess move. That's how you do it. I appreciate you so much, sister. You know I love you, man. Stay so safe. Okay?
I appreciate you. And I love you. And I'll leave it there.
Much love, sister.
You too.
That is family right there, y'all. That is my day one all the way. I love her. I'm telling you right now. I love her. That is my family. Yes. Okay, family. All right, I'm a man of the people. I seen some people make some requests in the chat. So I need to go ahead and play this thank a union member. I forgot. I did it real good. You better thank a union member. You better thank. We're going to go ahead and play it real quick. Let me play that. This is what we get when we deal with, the collard green Kamala, cosplay Kamala. Everything just seems to go with Kamala. Everything that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It just fits perfectly with Kamala. So let's go ahead and let Kamala tell us how we need to thank a union member. All right. And that ain't even a good Southern accent, too. Like, where? Southern what? Southern Bombay? Because that ain't even a good one. Quit trying to cosplay us. This was Kamala Harris just 2 weeks ago, y'all, trying to tell us to thank a union member.
You better thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time. You better thank.
What the hell is this?
A union member. For the 5-day work week, you better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Hey, family, that whole vacation time, that is just a terrible, terrible cosplaying of Black American culture. That right there is absolutely atrocious. But where was that tonight, though? Y'all notice, family? She didn't bring that up tonight. She left all the thank a union member. She left all of that on the table. She ain't bring none of that up tonight. She ain't want no parts of that. Why? Because she knew that if she got up there trying to thank a union member, then it was going to make her look even more bad, especially in the eyes of us and Donald Trump, who had already called her out on all of that damn cosplaying. So no, ain't no thanks and unions members out there. None of that is going. None of that is working. And that's what she was literally trying to do. But family, I've been very consistent with it because this was Black Alpha for those who already seen it. Remember, I was happened to
turn black.
And I want y'all to notice. You notice that she's falling further and further away this cosplay.
That you happened to.
Y'all notice this, right? She ain't talking all that blackity black talk like she used to. She was asked not long ago about being Black. Notice, like some of our callers had said tonight, when Blackness came up, she started ducking, dodging, and running and hiding. And then just 2 weeks ago, when I went to go see her in Savannah, and I crashed her rally, and I was the only Black activist to report from the inside of a Kamala Harris rally. I've done that twice, by the way, in 1 year. This shows you right here, family, the lies that she will go to. This goes to show you how much fronting she will do. She's slowly starting to fade away from all of that blackity black talk. How do you know she is, family? It's because she used to say black this, black that. Tonight, when Blackness came up, she put her head down like she was with Willie Brown. And then her energy shifted away, and then she gave some speech, but never addressed Blackness. And then when she was called out on Blackness a few weeks ago, she wouldn't answer the question then. So did foundational Black Americans regulate her to the point where she's afraid to false claim Blackness because now we are penalizing her for it? You damn right.
To turn Black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity. Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it. That's it.
And you ain't Black.
Next question, please. That's it. That's it.
And you ain't Black.
Next question, please. That's it. That's it.
And you ain't Black.
Next question, please. That you happened to turn Black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity. Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it. That's it.
And you ain't Black.
Next question.
Joe Biden showed his cell family from his beach to tell her she ain't goddamn Black. So it's looking like, to me, a lot of our victories, like we always say, y'all, have came in a lot of different goddamn ways. She ain't Black. She knows she ain't Black. We called her out on not being Black. And now
here we are, family. Black Alpha Network just leaving a Kamala Harris rally.
It's a damn shame what happened to Kamala playing all them damn games. Yeah, it's funny how she was running around here acting like a Black woman, and now we out here exposing her to the point where she don't feel it's safe right now to say that she's Black. Family, she fell back for a reason. This was just me the other day. This was just me about a week ago. For all my new subscribers who haven't seen this, my brothers and sisters.
Here we are, family.
Last week, I think I aired this last week or the week before. This was me at a Kamala Harris rally. I was saying she wasn't Black. She said she wasn't Black. And now, when she's on the debate stage, she won't even bring up being Black.
Black Alpha Network just leaving a Kamala Harris rally. You know, Kamala Harris, she ain't Black. She ain't getting a Black vote. Foundational Black Americans, they was running around telling us that it's about Harrison Waltz. I told them it's about reparations for Black Americans. You've seen a whole lot of babble. You've seen a whole lot of talk. But the main thing that matters is that we standing on lineage business. And it's all about the lineage. So if you ain't representing certified foundational Black Americans, you ain't getting nothing. So I'm going to say this real clear. Reparations for Black Americans over everybody. Yes, indeed, homeboy said it. Yep. So for all these people out here and everybody y'all see, go ahead and look at all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say it for them so they can hear it loud and proud coming from Black Alpha Network. Fuck Kamala, she ain't black. Certified salute. You ain't black, Kamala.
Boom. Middle finger to the sky. That's that FBA middle finger. That right there is the picture of the year. Harris's bus driving to the next town and me flicking it off, letting her know she ain't black. And by the way, that went viral, by the way, too. So it wasn't just a few of us who seen it. That is how we do it. I like that comment right there. It ain't safe cosplaying us no more. We done made it very, very uncomfortable. And that's what you have to do. You got to make them very uncomfortable. They running around here talking all that blackity black. We have made it very uncomfortable to where now they know you might lose an election cosplaying Black Americans. Yeah, you might lose your career cosplaying Black Americans. Look at this. As our sister was just talking about the polls, certified salute to my great sister, Angelic. Watch this that just came out. When I was in Savannah, I wanted to tell y'all this. Kamala Harris was telling everybody quit focusing on the polls. Yeah, she was telling everybody because she knew that all these fake, phony polls were going to come out. All right. And then she was going to see the real truth was going to be displayed. Watch this response from this lady right here. This is the same, thank a union member. This is the same speech. Kamala says, do not watch the polls. And watch this lady. You can tell this is one of those folks who really thinks Kamala's black, who really thinks Kamala gonna save us. This is one of them. And she's shocked because she's been voting and she's been operating like Kamala is here to save the day. And then when Kamala says, don't watch the polls, this lady goes, huh?
So let's not pay too much attention to the polls. Let's not pay too much attention to the polls. Let's not pay too much attention to the polls.
Look at that lady's response to let's not pay too much attention to the polls. Look at that. She's sitting there thinking everything about her expression is, but you told us that the polls mattered. You told us that the polls were very important. You told us that everything was going to be cool. That's what I see right there. But that's not what she's seeing. She got the whole goddamn head nod, head tilt. Look at that, family. Her head is completely tilted. She cannot understand why she just said, don't worry about the polls. She was told that the polls were very important. Certified salute to you, Detroit. I see you, family. Much love, Detroit, all damn day. Much love, family. My folks from right down the street in Ohio. Much love, fam. But yes, look at that lady. She out there shocked as hell. She can't even fathom why the polls ain't important no more. Yeah, you know why? Because they were never true. That part. Now, no matter what happens in the election, what we can guarantee is that them polls ain't been accurate. And people been out here speaking of accurate. I said that real sisters ain't rocking with Kamala. More and more footage every day. I'm seeing 5 to 10 new videos of certified foundational Black American women calling out Kamala and calling out people like Holden Martin.
I know I'll be attacked for saying this, but it's fine. It's the truth. But the men who follow Roland Martin do not tend to be alpha males. They normally tend to be what is called beta males. And I'm not.
They worse than beta males, but this is what's happening. It ain't just Kamala. It's Holden Martin. It's Joyless Reed. It's Van Nessa Jones. It's Down Low Hughley. It's Uncle Twisted Tooth Lou. It's all of them.
Not saying this as an insult, but it is what it is. Back in the day, they called them hen pet. They don't wear the pants in their house. Those types of men or LGBTQ men, those are normally the men that follow Roland Martin.
How do you know? Okay, check. She goes on and goes in. It's the whole Democratic plantation. Remember, family, whoever's at the top of the ticket represents the whole party. We're not just bringing down one. We're bringing down the whole goddamn spectrum. Y'all notice a pattern with Black men who support Kamala Harris? Let me just ask this quick. Don Lemon, yep. Mr. Lemonade, Y'all notice this pattern? Have y'all noticed this pattern, family? Look at this pattern of Kamala Harris male supporters. Vanessa Jones, Rainbow Martin, Down Low Hughley, Broken Buck Kari Sellers. Is this why these folks is always coming after us? Notice, all of these are black men who are Kamala Harris supporters who have all cried on national television over Kamala Harris or over the Democrats. Yep. And notice that all of them are the main ones who come after all the real black men who stand on lineage business. They come after the sisters who stand on lineage business. Are you for real? This is who her supporters are? That looks like a bunch of folks who trying to keep up the plantation, but the plantation can't stand up no longer because some real ones done stepped in the room. Yep. And this right here, family, is another part of this generation breaking it down and rolling them up. The Democratic plantation is on its way out, and I want y'all to see this part of the speech right here as well, where Donald Trump had some words for Collard Green Kamala.
And I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents.
Stop. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was saying with the moderators. Notice how he just said, why did you try to kill that bill? That was conjecture. That was what Kamala's saying. Notice how the moderator is speaking as if it's the truth. Why is that the truth? Because Kamala said it? Why is that the truth? Because the Democrats are saying it? Notice how that moderator tried to say the same thing Kamala Harris said, which has not been proven. They talk about fact checking, they talk about evidence, and this rumor that Donald Trump called all the Republicans and said, don't support that bill, which was a bad bill anyway. That's another topic. The fact that the Democrats said Donald Trump tried to kill that bill and the moderator took it as the truth and then asked it as if it was true. That is what Donald Trump's talking about, of how he won 1 versus 3. It was Kamala Harris and it was the moderators and the whole goddamn ABC News and the whole goddamn Democratic plantation, and Donald Trump still roasted them. That right there is what you call gaslighting. But watch how Trump goes around that and he smokes her.
And officers on the board.
First, let me respond to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. People start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there.
Boom. Checkmate. Checkmate. People don't go to her rallies any goddamn way. I was just at one. And let me tell you, I don't give a damn what Trump's saying. I'm telling you, they are busing people in to her rallies. Yes, the hell they are. I played clips just last week of people being bused to Kamala Harris rallies right here in Savannah. 4 hours away in Atlanta, they were coming all the way down to Savannah, and they was hopping on a bus. Yes, they were. That is a guaranteed fact. I got to hear that rebuttal. You want to talk about a clapback? That's exactly what the hell that was. That was a clap back.
Your need and your desires. And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the border.
First, let me respond to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there.
Okay. She laughing, right? Same way that those migrants aren't doing all those things in Ohio, right? Same way that immigration ain't a problem, right? Same way that she's going to give us therapy for reparations, right? Okay. Tell me, where is the lie? This is what we say about the Black Alpha Network, y'all. We are serious business and we put it in work. This was the same rally you just seen me at last week. Looks like a bust to me.
It's been since 1992 since a presidential candidate came to Savannah, which was Bill Clinton in the hostess city. Now, at the End Market Arena itself, lines stretched around the venue, as I was just telling you, and people started getting here as early this morning for the vice president. But for those a little further away from the hostess city, shuttles to the rally contained a lot of excitement.
I was in Atlanta and I heard that.
Freeze. That looked like a guy. He kind of looked like Bakari Sellers and Vanessa Jones, but we're going to leave that one alone. That looks like a guy who's a Kamala Harris supporter who's on a bus, who said he was in Atlanta on his way to Savannah. And when he got there, he was at the same exact event that I was at. And I seen the buses. So as the whole world is watching and the whole world is seeing Donald Trump say nobody goes to her rallies, and even when they do go to her rallies, they got to bus them in. Family, I seen the buses. And it shows you right now that you're seeing the buses. And it's clear as day that they're busing people in to her rallies. So let's do our own fact check. We said this was the FBA rebuttal. We said this was the FBA regulation. And let's go ahead and do our own regulating. You see the buses bringing people in all the way from Atlanta to Savannah. So when Donald Trump said it, Foundational Black American Certified Black Society, we can go ahead and confirm that as an absolute fact. There goes a man, and he's on the bus to go see Kamala. There go the bus.
A lot of excitement.
I was in Atlanta and I heard that the vice president was going to be in Savannah, so I decided to just kind of beeline over here and check it out.
It is crazy at all, but catch this.
Hey, and if that ain't bad, it get even worse than that. Check this one out. Scoop, the Kamala Harris campaign has told people at the rally they can't leave because the buses they use to bus people in from out of state are not operational for another 30 minutes. The announcement just came over the speakers at the rally, and the crowd already waiting in line cried, "No." More people coming in on the bus.
Yeah, they fucking are.
Kamala's paid rally crowd being bussed away after her New Hampshire event. That ain't even in Savannah. That ain't even in Atlanta. That ain't in Georgia. It's going on from New Hampshire, Detroit. It's going on to Atlanta. It's going on to Savannah. It's going on in Arizona. They are busting people in to every single Kamala Harris rally. So when Trump says that no one wants to go to her rally and they're being bussed in, fact check, facts confirmed. That goddamn part. And we just calling it out. Yes, indeed. Family, epic episode, man. We have 1.6 thousand people in here, and it is 2 a.m. This is record-breaking, y'all. This is absolute, positive, record-breaking. This is the Black Alpha Network. This is Certified Black Society. We are foundational Black Americans, and it gets no better than us, y'all. No better at all. Man, we've been sitting here breaking it down. We done showed everything. One thing for certain is, like we said, it is no longer safe to cosplay Black Americans. I don't give a damn if you the vice president. I don't give a damn if you the president. I don't give a damn if you city council. If you are running around here speaking on behalf of our lineage, our heritage, and our culture, you're going to get charged. You're going to get penalized. And ran out the goddamn paint. Ran out the house. This is our time. This is our world. The whole world is watching America tonight. And one thing that we have displayed on this broadcast, epic, classic broadcast, is that when foundational Black Americans say something, it happens. When we call something out, it happens. When we put a receipt on the table, you can read it. Not look around it, not hop over it, not cackle like Kamala does. You can look at it, you can read it, you can process it, and it's a wrap. And all we've done is put receipts on the table. That is that the Democratic Party has cosplayed, destructed, and ran a con game on Black Americans for 60 years. Immigration, reparations, anti-Black American hate crime law, all that disrespect, all that talking down to us. Well, now it's our turn to talk to them. And what we told them is that you better cut that check, you better run them goddamn tangibles, or else. And let me go ahead and tell you what or else is. or else is that your asses are going to get canceled, deleted, and erased, and no longer can your political party or your political plantation have power over our community. And when the certified Black grassroots steps to the plate and does the regulating, everybody else falls in line. And if you look around, they falling in line. They all falling in line. That goes from the boule, that goes for the COONs, the tap dancers, the butter biscuit chasers, and all the ones grinding for a green card. Well, they can keep on grinding, family, because we're going to keep on grinding in our foundational Black American way, which is our land. So they can do whatever they want to do. They can try whatever they want to try. But know this. This story ends this way. Spoiler alert. Every off-code, out-of-date, out-of-shape, boule, Democrat, shield, butter biscuit chaser, tap dancer, hopper, skipper, jumper, they are all going to find out that when I say FBA runs the yard, we run the yard. When I say we call all the shots, we call the shots. Donald Trump in this debate roasted Kamala Harris. They can't spin it. They can't flip it. He did it using foundational Black American talking points and narratives. He sprinkled in his own stuff. But trust me, the energy of immigration being a problem, that's because of us. The energy of her not being Black, that's because of us. And just the energy of her not being big is because of us. We made it clear. You are not going to Barack Obama 2.0 us. And in this generation, in this election, and this time, and this day, we are making sure that there will never be another Barack Obama, and there will never be a Kamala the Cop Harris. And how do we do it? By standing on business, by being certified, by being thorough, and by being official and standing next to each other. How do you get rid of supremacy? Whether that's supremacy in an Indian woman face, whether that's supremacy in a tether, or whether that's just supremacy in a butter biscuit chase. The way you do it is by putting out that certified Black power. And that's what we've been doing, y'all. And we've been doing it exceptional. So I want to thank everybody who's been here tonight. This was an epic episode. I told y'all this was Black American Summer. I told y'all Black Alpha Network was on fire. And I told y'all that when we all put our work on the table and we push that goddamn line, nobody can stand next to us. That's why we standing, they falling. We shining, they declining. And the more we do that, family, in this election season, the more the world going to know that there'd be no USA without FBA. And this is certified all the goddamn time. Certified salute. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. I appreciate you so much. We got 1.6 thousand people in here, and it is 2 a.m. I appreciate you guys spending your time. Y'all know I love you with a passion. Nobody's got more love, more dedication, and just more camaraderie with, the people. And I say I'm the people's champ, so I got to be next to all of you guys, 100%. You know I love y'all, and I mean it, and I ain't afraid to say it. I love every last one of you guys. I appreciate y'all for making the dream come true. We're all living the dream, family, but guess what? We wide the fuck awake. So let's keep giving them that work, man. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant, and always remember right here on the Black Alpha Network that Black is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. Certified salute. Peace and love. I want the whole damn world to hear this. And that is that foundational Black Americans. We didn't just build America. We created America. We're made in America. That's right. We're born in America and raised in America. We're from America, so we love America, and they not like us, because we run America. Certified salute.